level. Venom has Master spend.
Oh my god! How much damage?
774, just like that. Connects, but only just built the bond. He is going to catch him jumping out. Biohazard with the clutch plate.
Without even having the chance to see his second life bar. Meter burns the batarang of forward 3 and a cartwheel, a handshake. Perfect ledge. One access a bar meter and the meter burn forward 3 and King is gonna make the comeback.
Do not count out King. We've seen it time and time again.
Hello everybody and welcome! My name is Ketchup. My name is Mustard. And this is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by PS4 live from Combo Breaker 2017. We're down to our top 8 players. Now this is going to be a cracker of a starting point. We have none other than SonicFox SonicFox taking on NASA Tekken Master. Now if this was yesterday, this would be MKX, but this is not MKX. Tekken Master has already won that, but he's looking to take his second major tournament back-to-back by defeating SonicFox here today. So when it comes to the matches in Injustice 2, I think the ending we had yesterday with Mortal Kombat was the end of a chapter. But with Injustice 2, this is the beginning of something completely new. So taking a look at the brackets, we have our top 8 ready to go. The winners bracket matches, SonicFox, SonicFox, and NASA Tekken Master. And then we have Noble Dragon versus Yomi Slayer. And down in the losers bracket, we've got CR Biohazard versus Hayate, and Circa Forever King versus KDZ. So a nice blend of old and new. We have veterans from the scene and some newcomers, some that started with MKX with us, some Injustice through and through, obviously KDZ being an EVO champion, as well as SonicFox being an EVO champion for Injustice. But this is the first premier event, the Injustice Pro Series. So when it comes to this winners bracket match, Tekken Master versus SonicFox is already a classic matchup. These guys have gone back and forth plenty of times, a very sort of legendary set which took place last year with EVO, when it was Grand Finals, Tekken Master and SonicFox. Tekken Master reset that bracket, the famous moment forcing SonicFox to actually remove the hat, which was a great moment there. It's just a straight-up clash of the titans. SonicFox's success really speaks for itself in NetherRealm games, but Tekken Master has gone, like you say, back and forth in games before. They go back and forth in sets. Tekken Master has reset the bracket before, beat him in MK yesterday, and of course SonicFox has defeated Tekken Master as well. So this is going to be hard to call. I think it's going to be down to the characters themselves. SonicFox already has quite a nice, tidy team of characters, but at the same time, so does Tekken Master. But at least for this weekend, Tekken Master has been running Atrocitus, and SonicFox has been using a lot of Deadshot. So the question is here, is that will SonicFox go with Deadshot in this matchup? We know Tekken Master is going to use Atrocitus. No, he hasn't. Actually, he's going for Black Adam, unless this is just a button check. But now, Black Adam was actually a matchup that SonicFox was potentially thinking about. Tekken Master was actually expecting the pick. And here we go. I think we're going to be going straight in. We are. This is Combo Breaker 2017 winners bracket. Tekken Master getting that first hit, being super aggressive, and this is the style that Tekken Master always wants to enforce. He doesn't care who you are. He wants to make you sweat, get on that pressure. Immediately challenging in, not quite getting out the character power, but speaking of which, SonicFox trying to spend his to get the frames, but a push block, trying to reset back to neutral. Now this is one thing that Atrocitus definitely has going for him, is his utility when Dexstar is out just explodes. You have a lot of meterless damage potential, just a lot of pressure, but at the same time, SonicFox managing to get a little bit of damage here, has the corner. It's actually really cute, trying to delay wake up, hang on, here comes the corner pressure, those forward 1-2s, big damage. All the delay wake up into grab, nice throw tech. But SonicFox really just trying to dominate that space. Oh, nice conversion. Okay, that's going to be a start of a good round. SonicFox taking that one. That was looking all Tekken Master at the start, but SonicFox, again, that composure really speaks for itself. So as the corner, Tekken Master doesn't get out of the corner with that, but gets a little bit of damage. Oh, wow, catches him raw with the punch flow. Now the Meat Bend punch flow is going to add that damage over time, so if he goes in for a block string again, going for the They Wake Up, committing to 50-50, and it's going to be low this time. But super important for Tekken Master to get the screen space back. He has used an interaction, but we are still here now, mid-screen. Back is into the wall. Wonderful punish on the Dexstar. Now that right there is a really important element that I think Black Adam's going to have. He controls so much areas of the screen that getting that trait out in neutral for Atrocitus is going to be kind of difficult. Or tries to go for the vomit, but maybe he thought it was going to stand up into it. Nice confirm from Tekken Master, taking a massive amount of damage into an airborne punch flow. Has no bar to go for the meat bend, coming too far. Not quite, SonicFox. A little bit of block pressure. Oh, that jump. Tries to catch you at 4-3. Good block on the dive kick. Wow, Tekken Master. I don't know on point. How he was expecting that to go the other side, but he finds a way. Going in for this free trait. Here we go. Oh, tries to wake up jump. Dexstar keeps him there. Good wager from SonicFox. Going to be able to guarantee himself some life back, but also get the knockdown. You wonder if SonicFox actually let himself get hit by that forward 2 just so he could get the wager. Maybe, but He hasn't got access to Clash anymore, but a nice chunk of health back. Also, Tekken Master doesn't have any bar, and he doesn't have the cat either, so he's definitely really careful here. Oh, and he commits straight into 50-50, and there's the Clash. He was able to take that risk. He had a guaranteed Clash at the end, and he is pretty even. So I don't know if he's going to make too many of those later on. Well, this is going to be a straight up neutral situation. Both of them forward dash, wow. Tell SonicFox really fishing for that. Good block on the 50-50, catches him there with advancing, and that's actually going to steal away game one. Tekken Master putting himself in a bit of a dangerous position there. So essentially what happened at the end was I think he tried to stay a little bit safer going in for the napalm breath rather than straight up commitment, which was good because obviously it was blocked. Could have been massively punished, but I think going for a stage change, probably trying to think about it as well. Yeah, I think it's mainly just giving himself time. Tekken Master usually does like to do that, go back to character select, just give himself a little bit of breathing room, I suppose. Think about what happened. A super close game. But going straight into game number 2, SonicFox, nice anticipation on the jump in, does get himself the first hit. Oh, and the throw bait, going in for the forward 3, full combo, doesn't quite get it, but I mean the corner pressure is going to be enough. We actually see SonicFox do that a lot, using the throw immunity of the forward 3 just to bait throws and kind of shimmy with it in a way, but the forward 3 launches on hit, so it gets him a ton of damage if he gets a good read. Doesn't quite get the punish on the trade, but I think we can take the round. Here it comes. Plus frames, catches him trying to jump out. Full conversion as well, wow. That's one thing that people tend to forget, actually. When Atrocitus commits to those Dexstar strings, a lot of them are actually plus on block. Oh, so much chip. One of the things Black Adam does so well. The chip on top of his basic moves and the trait on top of it, that's a lot of damage that you can't do anything about. This matchup looking really good for SonicFox, though. He is really, really comfortable. And just look at the life difference alone. He's building so much bar. Does manage to get the trait out. Oh, the combo drop, unfortunately. Dexstar's not going to miss that one. He does catch him. One goes straight into the low puddle. Here we go. Wow. Nice tech from Tekken Master just to get as many of those blood vomits as possible, just to get the damage over time. Yeah, comboing into blood vomit really isn't about getting it in the combo, it's about the tick damage afterwards, but another punish from Fox. Going in for the lightning, this is looking kind of bleak. Or with the strain tries to down one punish it. Push block, but runs straight into the low lightning. A strong 2-0 lead already for SonicFox. So in this situation, do you change character or do you go for a stage change? We know he does have access to a few others. Yeah. Now he does play Deadshot as well, but I think he's thinking about it. He's going to have to take some time to consider. I mean, to be fair, game 1 was super close, but SonicFox just seeming one step ahead at all times. A big part of it in the matchup is the fact that Black Adam controls a lot of distance. So normally when you've got that full screen game, it almost guarantees a trade. You can't really do a whole lot to stop that with Atrocitus, but Black Adam can, which I think is exactly why Fox picked this character. A really smart decision and clearly working out. Full combo as well. Ow, 574 damage to start things off. That's one way of getting a life lead. Oh, not blocking low right there. Caught by the overhead. This is a good knockdown for Tekken Master, but getting a good amount of Oki as well. SonicFox just trying to jump, I suppose, and wake up. Oh, tried to be a little bit too cute with that forward 1-2 trait. SonicFox scouting it out, and that's going to be match point already. Oh, no, not quite. Punch hang on. I kind of understand it, you know. Nothing left to lose apart from a pixel of life. Oh, good activation on the wake up trait from SonicFox, bringing himself to match point already. Looking really strong, gotta say. Oh, good punish. Into the background bounce as well. Good stage knowledge. Yeah, Gorilla City, that's one of the main benefits actually for picking this stage. A lot of meterless damage. Down one float. Oh, the drop. Maybe, no, I think he was expecting an air tech, but SonicFox doesn't bite. Doesn't go for it this time either. I think he's just content keeping the life lead. He doesn't want to waste his bar. Guaranteed the trait. That really is the optimal time he's going to get it in this matchup. And that shield doesn't do anything to absorb the lightning. No, but you know, tries to chip him out. Now that was a chunk of damage to lose before the hit. I don't know if Tekken Master has the resources to make this comeback. Yeah, bear in mind, Clash is going to be a factor as well. SonicFox still got access to that combo breaker. Oh, yeah. No, and the orbs. I don't know if he can avoid these at all. Goes to the dive kick, and that's all he needs to take that. SonicFox moving into winners finals. So I think the pick for Black Adam was really smart because essentially SonicFox has been pretty much using all Deadshot throughout this tournament, but a lot of people seem to think early on that Atrocitus actually beats Deadshot. Well, I mean, to be honest, when you're looking at SonicFox, a lot of people will make the mistake to think that he's got a quote-unquote main character. He has a team of characters for basically every NetherRealm game that he plays. He wants to cover the board, he doesn't want to be able to get counterpicked, he wants to always be in a situation that he has the edge in a matchup, or at the very least that he's not going to lose it. That's what he did in Mortal Kombat X, and that seems to be already what he's starting in Injustice. But Fox kind of, I think he adopted the character team thing quite late, whereas now, you know, he's pretty much not messing around at all. Exactly. Now, we have another match coming up in Winners. Another classic matchup, actually, between Slayer and Dragon. These guys, once again, went way back throughout Mortal Kombat X. I actually lost count how many times those guys fought in tournament, and Looks like with Injustice 2, that hasn't changed. No, definitely not. Clashing already at Combo Breaker 2017, but Slayer has always been a really strong Injustice player across the board. I mean, I guess a strong Netherrealm player in general, but Injustice was really where he kind of found his comfort zone. So, and a lot of the characters he plays have kind of returned. So they have that legacy curve. You can be familiar with them in Injustice 1 and play them again here and still be really comfortable. But Dragon, on the other hand, didn't really play much of the first, yet is already looking really strong with Poison Ivy and Aquaman. Now, I think when you're one of those players like Dragon is, where you sort of you broke out with Mortal Kombat and you didn't really play Injustice a whole lot, I think a lot of people might have been quite surprised that someone like Dragon has actually been able to pick the game up as fast as he has, considering a lot of his competition hasn't really had that issue. They've been playing for 4 years, but I don't see how it can be a surprise. Dragon just put absolute dedication to MKX, really went from straight up online, just warrior, to one of the best players in North America. And he's looking to keep that strong here. I mean, already minimum top 8 placing at Combo Breaker, that's one way to start things off. And he's doing it with Poison Ivy, who is a new character to the game. But he does have Aquaman too, so I guess we'll have to wait and see who he chooses to go for. It looks like he's going to be going for Poison Ivy. So Poison Ivy is sort of like a very sort of defensive powerhouse. She's got options up close, but right now, I think the most effective way we're seeing people pick this character is sort of sit at distance, use a lot of those full range tools, but also in combination with the fact that she can actually take less damage. Very hard to open just up. A button check though, so maybe this is going to be the choice, but I'll have to wait and see. There is the restart matchup, which a lot of people kind of do, but Slayer just making sure that his down input works, getting the important stuff out of the way. When it comes to Slayer and character-wise, though, he pretty much plays Superman, Black Adam, and Aquaman, so at least, I mean, as far as we know. Let's not forget, he did play a ton of Injustice 1, so that's more than enough time to get used to almost any legacy character. But that's really not a big surprise for Combo Breaker, though. This game being so close to the launch of Injustice 2, I mean, why wouldn't people want to go with characters they're familiar with, especially when there's money on the line and Pro Series points? So here we go, this could be another winner's bracket match. It's Noble Dragon versus Slayer. See what happens. Oh wow, very early trip guard. Wow, a nice chunk of damage as well. Spends the bar happily to do so for the 300 damage. Now that's one of the really important things in this matchup, actually, that Black Adam will have an edge. If Poison Ivy takes any damage, her character power, which is that little minion, will actually disappear really quickly. Yeah, and then you've got the tracking lightning. If you even hit a trade with a minion now, that is just going to be really bad for you. Dragon really still trying to establish that full screen game. Now certain moves will actually punish. Speaking of which, yeah, nice whip punish there. But that's one thing that's going to be harder with punishing that really far advancing high from Black Adam. He actually is airborne when you hit him out of it, so you might not get a full conversion. But look at this full screen game just chunking him away. Now what actually Dragon did there was really smart was he went for the trait and waited for the inevitable meter burn lightning and then used the negative frames to establish that full screen game. But however, the corner pressure does start here. But now you have to ask, how much does a life lead mean against Black Adam when he hits like an absolute truck? Wonderful conversion. Gonna get a knockdown here. What's the Oki? Yeah, he goes for the two. He goes for the 2-ender to go for mix-ups. Guaranteed, and the chip damage alone. Gonna seal that one. Slayer looking really good. Lead is safe versus Black Adam. He had like at least a 70 to 80% lead and just absolutely destroyed in the corner. And a nice whip punish again, has the orbs for maximum damage. Really smart clash there. Now, I think that's kind of good and bad. He's going to get 3 life back. Bear in mind, Slayer's got no life to wager with, but at the same time, forcing a wager really early. Oh, tries to anti-air. All he needs is chip damage, though, definitely going to take that. Now, at least Dragon has a little bit of a meter advantage here, but at the same time, you've seen how much damage Black Adam can do with a single bar, so you do not want to get hit. And there's the patience again, waiting for the projectile. The projectile pattern is actually a set pattern, so you can really work off that at range. But a nice amount of meter you can build, though, from having all that block damage and at the very least chipping them down. Oh, wow! Forward 3, no fear from Dragon. Slayer's really slowing this one down, though. This isn't the usual pace he's playing at. I think he's just looking for something to whip punish. How about that? Drops the combo, though. Unfortunate, but he has him in the corner now. This is where we saw that massive damage before. Mia burn back 3, really trying to chew up something with the armor, but not today. A good block in the forward 3, but a grab from Slayer. Very smart. Oh, catches him, wake up with the grab. That's going to be a massive amount of damage. No longer has access to Clash either, so this is all guaranteed. As well, actually, Poison Ivy, her wake-up game is pretty much non-existent, so you can pretty much pressure her for days. Speaking of pressure for days, here comes Dragon. Another Clash. Actually, Dragon has more meter than Slayer here. He can do some guaranteed damage if he wants to, or he can just tie and keep the bar. This is going to be a really important wager. Oh, 3! Wow. Okay. 30% guaranteed damage. Slayer now cannot take anything. But wait a minute, though. He kept the bar and did loads of damage with low lightning. The orbs are out. This could be it. Oh! Actually does take it. Ouch. Slayer popping up off his chair. Now, some people may have thought that saving or spending no meter right there in that clash was a huge mistake. It was dangerous. On the contrary, how smart was that? That was risk-reward weighed out in just a blink of an eye. And it paid off. He went in. He knew his trait was up. All he needed was the damage of a meter burn lightning and then get close enough for the orbs to finish him off. Now, if you're in Dragon's situation, how do you recover from that? Because that was seemingly a guaranteed win. I think there's two types of players in a situation like that. You'll either crumple from a comeback like that, or you'll pretty much go, right, it's time to wake up, and then you start doing better. Dragon has been on the back foot plenty of times, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be the latter. He's probably going to come back from it. However, that was still such a good decision. No, that was, again, that's the decision of an experienced player, ready and waiting. He weighed it out. He knew what the risks were, and it paid off. That could just as easily have gone in Dragon's favor now, and we'd be watching a 1-0 advantage to him. But no, Slayer, for that clutch decision, Dragon, look, he's going to run it back with Poison Ivy. Let's not forget, he does have access to Aquaman as well, but I think he's just a little bit more comfortable with her. This definitely didn't seem like a character issue, you know? I feel like Ivy, for now, is going to still do a decent job. I think it really depends on how this match is going to go. There's the grab, staggering into grab, probably expecting him to finish the string. But one thing we're seeing from Slayer, though, is a supreme amount of patience. I know we just saw that dive kick get anti-aired by the Thorn, but just overall, you can see him kind of just dancing at this distance. He's looking to whiff punish. Well, the damage that Black Adam does, you can afford to be patient. The second you get that one hit, it's half-life. There we go. Here comes the full sequence. Nice read on the jump as well. Good patience. Look at that bar that Dragon's building, though. All this block damage. Oh, wow. Interesting. Slayer gets caught. Well, bear in mind, Ivy's not a power character. She's going to get different uses on those interactions. Definitely all with the string, but Slayer a little bit low with the punish. Tries to use that 4-3 again. Now 4-3, such a really just good move for a lot of utility. It's plus on block, launches on hit, can be used to bait throws. There we go. Really trying to put it to good use. Again, taking the minus frames of that lightning, trying to establish this full keep away sequence and chip meter build, looking really good. But this is actually the range that Dragon seems to be getting the majority of his damage though. And by the time Slayer comes in, he then has to basically even things out. He's playing the right character for it, though. Well, you also factor in the meter build. Technically gets tagged, now he's got access to the wager. Oh, even though he took the grab, he still took a nice That's jump. Actually super dirty. That even though he took the grab, he's still got hit by a couple of orbs. And Slayer will take that, for sure. That's a punish. Oh, no, that must have been an input error. Yeah, Lightning Cloud is not safe. Hang on, going straight through. Down forward 1 doesn't work, and a clash forced already in the second round. So gonna lose this clash early, but does have some meter to guarantee some life back, so not a complete wasted opportunity. And he obviously has this full screen game again, so he can kind of collect himself, but trying to close in the distance. Oh, no. Clipped on the end of that one again. The overhead comes through. No clash here. Guaranteed damage. Oh, summons the trait. Again, taking those minus frames. Slayer really trying to fight back, but if he gets caught trying to jump, he's going to get anti-ed regardless. That chip damage very fast, adding up. Oh, wow. Combos off the trait. One thing you can do when it runs low, you can actually send it out as a projectile, and Dragon ready for it to hit. A lot of patience, but again, forcing a bar. Slayer. This is going to be a very difficult comeback. He's got no bar to work with, but he has got trait. Pretty much all he's got for now. Oh, wow. No. Yeah, I don't think Slayer was expecting him to finish the string, but it isn't going to matter as Dragon manages to even things up 1 apiece. I think going back to player select just to think about it was probably a good call. I mean, bear in mind, right, that first game was super close. So Dragon keeping it together, taking the second game, not a surprise. So they're talking right now. I mean, maybe they're just talking about the stage, looking to swap. Not too sure, having a bit of a discussion, but 1 each apiece now. That's actually really good. But you can see this defensive sort of brick wall style, right? I mean, that really is, at least early on today. Bear in mind, this game is pretty much just over a week old, so, you know, strategies are still being developed. But for now, it seems like Poison Ivy is this defensive character. Played really well from far away. So I went for the tournament mode. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but regardless, this is going to be evened out, though. I mean, I actually think it was super important for Dragon to take that game, not only after what happened in game 1. Let's not forget Slayer making that clutch read at the final moment, but also to compose himself. That little bit of time he took thinking on character select, he clearly just forgot about the moment, because that's what you need to do. You just need to be able to move on and get ready for the next game, and that's what he did, and now we're sitting at a tied set at 1 apiece. Straight up rematch. Black Adam, Poison Ivy again. Now, the difference in the second game, though, was the fact that he wasn't eating those meter burn dive kicks. He wasn't getting opened up by those full combos up close. So the defensive style from far away worked just as well, but he got opened up less. We see all 3 of those orbs already connecting. A little bit of damage taken from Dragon right at the start. Oh, good anti-air. More important than a regular anti as well. Giving him that first hit. It will give him a free bar meter. And here we go again. That defensive sequence. But just look at Dragon's meter. Just absolutely chunking up the bars. Already 2.5. There's some deceiving range on that poke that Dragon's been using. You know, consistently, Slayer's been caught by the end of it. Speaking of getting caught by it, the forward 1-2 into full combo. Didn't have any bar to extend it, though. Oh, catches the raw low lightning. Dragon back to the wall. This is where he lost all of his life in game 1, so he's going to need to be careful. Yeah, if Slayer can keep him here, it's going to be fantastic. But a block at the very end, and wow! Going in for the interaction, jailed in by the trait. Slayer is just consistently getting opened up by that, though. Just don't think he's ready for it. And again, look at all this bar. Block damage coming out from Dragon. I think that had to end at some point, and it does right at the end. Of course, no, but there's the patience from Slayer not getting hit by any of it. Oh, that's going to do something. Full combo conversion. Yeah, that Meteor Burn Lightning Cloud has so many active frames on that one hit. You have a million years to hit confirm Slayer. Really good round. Oh, misses the dive kick. Tries to go for the anti-air, or at least the trip guard, but Dragon a little bit late. Opens him up. No, I actually think the projectile from the trait knocked him out of it, so unfortunately he wastes the bar, but at the very least still gets the life bar down. Still, now, it's neutral health-wise, but again, you gotta look at that bar that Dragon's built. Oh, trophy unlocked. How about that? Fantastic! So at the very least, Dragon's got himself a little bit of a score now. Not too bad. Actually, we actually, for the first time in the set, saw Dragon pop the bark skin, that damage reduction. I can imagine the bark skin being really important here, though, just to kind of reduce some of that damage that we're seeing him go for with these low lightnings. I mean, using it in the neutral from range, like the lightning, right? It's so fast. Using it from far away is a bit risky. I think he'd much rather have the character power out if he has that free space to work. Oh yeah, if it's a choice of character power or bark skin, I understand why he's summoning it so much, because you just look at how much, at very least, he's using it to just build loads of bar, forces the wager out. He's guaranteed at least 3 bars worth of life back. Question is, does he want to keep hold of some of it? Well, historically, you see people spend 3 but rarely 4, because 4 over 3 doesn't really give you a huge amount, and 3 is pretty much the safest bet. Yeah, the jump from 3 bars to 4 really depends on how much you think they're going to challenge, but in that situation, no meter from Slayer, so that was going to be a really smart 2 bars spent there. Already going in for that forward 3, but again, the patience from Dragon, he's just not going to get opened up by it at all. Airborne trade. Oh, hang on! He's got a spike! Uses the hit to get the trait out again, once again. But again, look at that bar. He's built at least 1 bar just by this 1 rep of the character power. Sends it out to... Oh, wow.
Oh, so much patience, but is it enough? Not giving him a chance to wager.
Hang on, he's gone for the tree, and again! Meter burn spike. The patience from both players, but Slayer, I think, just sitting there and taking a bit too much chip. These guys just straight up going back and forth. Not a huge surprise at all. Dragon really good at just keeping himself composed. This is a skill he really perfected in Mortal Kombat X, was being able to keep himself together when sets weren't going his way. And Slayer, again, has been in the situation all too many times. Question is, who does he go with for this final game? Well, he plays Aquaman, Superman, and Black Adam. But to be honest, I really do think Black Adam, and that's why we've seen it again, Black Adam is a character that can definitely contest in this matchup. It's just Dragon is not getting opened up as easy as he was in the first game. And when he gets opened up, that's when he takes all the damage.
Begin.
Now again, at the start of every game, Slayer is doing something. He's trying to attack right at the start of every game so far, but Dragon is just always just sitting there ready to defend against whatever it is. But again, I mean, no first hit bonus, but does he even need it? Look at the bar. Wow, and there's the anti-air. The full screen zoning game from Dragon, this is actually one of the most tidy Ivy play we've seen so far. He's just managing it perfectly. Oh, unfortunately, actually dropping the meatless dive kick, but he's not going to worry too much about it. That's one of the changes to Black Adam. The regular Lightning Cloud can full combo on hit now. You know, unfortunate combo drop, but again, just look at the life lead that Slayer already has. Oh, there's a cross-up dive kick again. Dragon really seems uncomfortable blocking it. Confirms into the orb. There's the meteor cloud. Wow, and already to match point to Slayer. Shades of game number 1. If he can keep him here, much better off. Oh wow, the range of that forward 3. There's Slayer knowing he's got this massive life lead. I don't actually think he's too worried about being super patient, but has the corner pressure. Dragon fighting his way out. Again, I mean, it's a good amount of patience, right? But it's that muscle memory of playing Ivy for, even if it is a week, Dragon knows when to loop that sequence. But there's that meteor burn dive kick. That's one of his most damaging openers. It's that meteor burn dive kick. Huge damage potential. Slayer's already been putting that on really thick. Good wage from Dragon, though, getting himself a little bit of health back, but this is a bit of a miserable situation to be in. Has all the bar, but losing so much health. Again, a lot more shades, but here we go, going for the bark skin. It's going to take a little bit less damage here, but I think with Black Adam's damage output, it really doesn't matter too much. Oh, there's the wake-up command grab. Meteor burns it. We'll get a combo from this. There's the back 3. At the very least, needs to get himself as far away from the corner as he can. That's going to guarantee trait. A big old splat on that one. Oh, wow. Raw Thorn. Trait misses. Oh, I'll go straight under him. That's going to do it. So this is now match point for Dragon, but I think if you look at the health difference, all Slayer really needs is just one meteor burn dive kick and it's over. Hang on. Wow. Nice combo. Yeah, he's going to meteor burn this. Is he going to go for a reset or full damage? We'll soon find out. No, he's going for damage. Guarantees the trait. And here we go, again, trying to really chip it down. I think the amount of guaranteed chip he's going to take in this situation, it's a really nice chunk, and it's going to reset the neutral. Again, full bars of meter. All he needs is like 4 spikes now, and that's a huge chunk. But just how much chip damage is he doing here from this full screen? He's almost got it straight back already. So the orbs get completely wasted. Has access to Wager, but he drops the combo. But even if he did, Dragon's got the meter advantage. Low lightning. Dragon just sitting there on his wake up. Oh no! Slayer does pull this one back. It's going to be 2-2 now. But right at the very end, you just saw how much respect Dragon was showing. He was waiting for a wake up, he was waiting for a button press, but because nothing happened. No, that was actually a really, really smart idea from Slayer 2 though, because when you're against Black Adam, a big rule of thumb is just stand block, right? Because you got the overhead, that usually is how he opens up a lot of his stuff. His only real lows to worry about are kind of the sweep and the low lightning. But when your point blank range and low lightning is enough damage to get the KO, that kind of becomes a mix-up you have to wait for. So just a point-blank low when you normally stand block against Black Adam in that situation. Very smart decision from Slayer. That's the golden rule. If you're fighting Black Adam, because the back 2 into trait or back 2-3, granted, yeah, the back 2-3 will now automatically rise up. You can't combo off that meatlessly anymore. But the back 2 can still go into trait. You know, you can still get good damage. Oh yeah, and especially when you've got like, what, 100, 150 life left, it is still something to worry about. Alright, so we're going in for a straight-up rematch. Kind of uncharacteristic of Slayer, actually, to, I think, in some of these matches, stick. I almost expected him to go Aquaman or Superman after that final game, but here we go. Oh, that's going to be huge. Huge for Slayer. Pushes him as far towards the corner as he can. Slayer clearly just recognizing that that's where he's getting a massive amount of his damage. Doesn't want to give Dragon the space to work with, but a really good whip punish. Going to spend a bar. No, he drops the combo. That's unfortunate. Very actually pivotal drop right there. That's a lot of damage there from him when actually staying in the corner. This is not where Dragon wants to be. Oh, blocks the dive kick this time. Is he going to fall for it? Third time is the charm. Dragon keeps himself alive. Misses the combo again. Dragon's execution failing him a little bit. Yeah, see a little bit of a head trick there. I think he really acknowledges that he's leaving a lot of damage. Oh, catches him pressing buttons. Does a full confirm. What can he get off this though? And meter burns. You go for damage. Yeah, probably going to try and guarantee that trait again. Splat. Again, looping it. Now, bear in mind, if you can get a really good rhythm on that trait, you can get up close pressure as well. But it is going to be match point for Slayer. We just saw how much damage those orbs did. Caxton jumping out. Barkskin are going to mitigate a little bit of this damage. Caxton trying to jump out. Dragon put in a really bad situation. Trying to fight his way out there, though. Oh, good block of the meter bend dive kick. It's nowhere near as minus when you meter bend the dive kick. Dragon trying to catch it and getting punished for his troubles. All catches a stand block. Good patience from Dragon, but he's getting chipped down slowly but surely. Unfortunately, he's taken so much damage. One trip guard, one zap, and now at that point, Slayer does take it over Dragon. Really have well played winners finals. Yes, indeed, winners finals going to be SonicFox versus Slayer. Again, just all to a new game, but we've seen this before. We've seen this matchup. And bear in mind, it's actually between Dragon and Fox as well. We've seen these matchups far too many times, and it's going to be repeating in Injustice 2 as well. But I think it was really, really, really good practice and good patience, you know. That was just, all around though, just really strong play. And that was just winners bracket action. We still have most of this top 8 still yet to go, but SonicFox looking really good over Tekken Master, and now Slayer managing to look really good over Dragon. We'll just quickly show you guys a quick highlight reel of some of the better moments from that set. That quick cross-up dive kick. So dirty. It really is. Dragon was just not ready for it at all. Now, right at the end, they're actually in the corner. It was really smart as well from Slayer to go, we don't really need anything else off the back 2-3 beyond the 2-splat. You know, the 2-splat in the corner is going to give good knockdown. It was that game 1, though. This was that clutch moment that Slayer, that happened after he made a really risky decision on his wager, but that was the play that won him the game. But this was pretty much what we saw from the entire match, was really good patience from both players, but a lot of caution as well, because bear in mind, you know, Black Adam, the speed of his projectiles is pretty crazy. But at the same time, you know, if you can get a good rhythm going with the spikes, you can pretty much flip that and prevent it from happening. But no wonder Slayer popped off from that one. That was pretty good. No, understandable whatsoever. But I don't think I've ever seen a match played at that kind of like 70 to 80% screen distance played from start to finish. But that's the pace they slowed it down to, you know. And that's the beauty of the game like this. You can go full rush down, you can play full keep away, or you can sort of find that blend in between. And some characters just kind of tick those boxes. So our next matchup is, we're having the first matches in losers, which basically, you know, whoever loses here will go home. Yeah, absolutely. But I do believe before we go into our next match, we have a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Top 8 at Combo Breaker 2017 for Injustice will continue after this.
Begin.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back. We are live, the Injustice 2 Pro Series, presented by PS4, and we have our losers bracket action ready to go. This is Top 8 Combo Breaker 2017. We've already had some really close games between SonicFox and Tekken Master, and we just saw Slayer inch it ahead of Dragon 3-2. But this is now losers bracket. The safety net is gone. You lose here, you're eliminated. So this matchup here, a little bit of a relatively canon match, Robin versus Harley Quinn, of course. But with Biohazard has really been known as, I think, like the premier Bane player. But he does actually have a really good Harley as well. For those matchups, he doesn't want to play Bane in at all. And this is definitely one of them, I think. Or at least, very least, he might just think that Hayate might not be as comfortable. But Hayate, the kind of premier Robin player at the moment, looking really good with this character, has a very distinct style. Question is it going to work against Bio? Now, Hayate in particular, like with Robin, a bit of a tech monster. Like, he really studies his opponent, he studies every single matchup, and he looks for those little intricacies that he can do with Robin every time. He does indeed, but pretty even on life right now. Harley Quinn, definitely one of those characters with a strong game from full screen, but at the same time, Hayate very good at closing in that space. Goes into the flip. Flip's kind of tricky to punish at certain ranges. Nice full combo from Biohazard, gonna go in for that Hyena setup using that character power. Now, that's the beautiful thing about Harley Quinn. You can send one Hyena at a time, or you can send them both. So really kind of mix up how you think they're going to block, especially when you're mixing it with the cupcakes and the revolver shots and all these crazy full screen tools. Now, some people, I think, as Harley as a character, you may not really expect it, but she is a really good zoning character. I think a big part of it is because she has a lot of defensive options, as you can see here, but at the same time, those bullets travel instantly, so she wins a lot of trade. But that was a full combo off the Hyena, but there's the wager forced already from Hayate. Biohazard looking really strong so far. Gonna take that bar, get some health back. So far, it's been kind of tricky for Hayate to really get in there and establish, waiting for that meter burn uppercut on block. Now, fight a lot of Robins, that meter burn, you expect it pretty much every time. Or try and catch him. A little bit antsy there. Maybe he thought Biohazard was going for the whiff punish, but no, the patience. Biohazard with a massive life lead, so I don't think he has a reason to go in like that. But he does have the wall as well now, so he can go for the knockdown. Oh, Hyena setup, and he combos from it. Oh, the wake up, just try and get out of there, but he's taken so much damage already. This comeback's going to be pretty difficult. And there we go. Tantrum almost does it. Oh, no, misses it. Down 1-2. Now, about to say, I don't think Hayate has the life to make this comeback, especially when you have so many full screen options as Harley Quinn does. I think fighting against Harley, though, if you get frustrated or if you try and get a little bit impatient in any way, before you know it, you've taken a lot of damage. There's the forward 2 again. Forward 2 overhead. That's going to get opened up straight into Tantrum. There's a Justice 1 stuff. Yeah, we see Bio doing it all the time. Oh. Chooses to block it, but gets hit by the low. Oh, no, a little bit too close to the corner. Yeah, not quite sure he's expecting Hayate to actually be as close to the corner as normally you usually are, I think, after the back 3. I suppose not, but there you go. There's that full screen game once again. Now, one thing you might think, Robin has the kind of Birdarang, the sort of tracking projectile, but if he gets hit while he's thrown that, it disappears. And I don't think he has time to get it on the screen before her gunshots will hit him. So now here we go. Being really patient, but gets a nice corner setup. Is he going to combo or use it for setup? Still under. Here we go. Is he going to try and keep him in the corner? He's going to try and go outside. Maybe not. Yeah, this Batarang's going to be disappearing, but a really smart push block. Not trying to take the mix off that Batarang at all. Oh, Hyena trade. Jumps clean over, though, but no, he gets hit by a full combo, and that's going to... All that work he did to get out of the corner and get the life back is all going to be for nothing. So normally in this situation, Robin can potentially check with a couple of those Batarangs like that, but if he does it at the same time as a gunshot, he's going to get hit outright because of the speed of the projectile. Oh, no, a little bit of an execution error there. Gives Hayate a little bit of space to move in. Oh, delays the meter burn. Oh, again, straight into it. That's definitely not the first time he's eaten one of those forward 2s. I actually really like Biohazard's management of this trait so far. He's just using it really well. It's really causing Hayate some issues. I think for the first time in this tournament as well, Hayate, uncharacteristically, kind of looking a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's normally a very confident player, does a lot of work on matchups particularly, but Biohazard is just ahead of him all the time. Then back to this neutral, the speed of those gunshots, making it very tricky to get in, spending all the bar now. Doesn't really have anything to fear. There's no bar to save. He's wagered already. Why not? But it's not like Bio is just doing the same projectiles over and over again. He's really mixing up the pattern. Oh, how goes the anti-air gunshot? Almost wins by itself, but I mean, just look at the life difference. This is going to be so hard for Hayate. Yeah, Hayate's been throwing a little bit of a lifeline with that combo drop, but I mean, that's a lot of life to make up for, especially against a zoning character like Harley. Oh, anti-air gun. Not quite enough to finish off, but this is, yeah, that is going to be tough. You've got that slow-moving shot. It's going to do more than enough work to just occupy the space needed. Normally in this situation, you see people switch characters. Because normally, like, if a matchup looks a little bit tough or if someone looks a bit frustrated, we normally see a switch from here, but do we know if Hayate actually plays any other characters? Okay, Batman. Well, I was about to say, he did play Batman a lot during the beta days, and obviously the beta ran for quite a while, and he would have played Batman a lot during them, but the question is, how practiced is his Batman now? I know he's been playing basically just Robin ever since the game was released. So how ready could his Batman be? Well, I think we're sure to find out. This could potentially be Hayate's last game. Again, this is loser's bracket, so if he loses here, he's out of the tournament. And that's just that ranged game from Bio being so effective. And it all comes down to the hyenas. Just the hyena covering that space on the ground, so he then throws something towards the air, or a cupcake, just really like a no-fly zone, cannot move in front of him. But that's the addition to Harley in Injustice 2. Her trait used to be something that somewhat set her back because of the randomness, but because they've given her a consistently good trait, but not only does that, but it caters to her style, she's much better. But a nice punish on the tantrum stance. This time though, Hayate, good combo, gets access to a little bat, gets that fast trait, gives him some really good rushdown options, but no, sneaks in a quick low. Oh, nice conversion, the meter burn play, Doctor. Here comes the tick damage. But now you're taking tick damage as well as just the shots from these or the chip. That is going to be difficult, and that's going to be match point to Biohazard already. Looking very clean, a very clean and calculated keep away style, really using the entire moveset. He just takes a lot of knowledge of the character, right? I mean, Biohazard, again, normally known as a Bane player, but really has a strong Harley Quinn now to cover the matchups he doesn't want to play. Speaking of which, I mean, really, like every single time Hayate tries to jump, he eats a hyena every time for his troubles. And if it blocks, it jails into a cupcake. But the problem is, if you jump too early in anticipation, you might get anti-air or just anything else. Nice damage coming out. Hayate has him in the corner now, so this will be really important to keep hold of. Oh no, the bats go straight through the tantrum. No punish here. Oh, jumps himself out. That was really smart from Bio to use that to get mid-screen again. Using the meter burn as well, just to further push back, get a little bit more plus frames than normal. Meter burn, cupcake bomb, and so much chip. Oh, wow, and again, jump back. Biohazard just already looking super strong. I don't know if that Hayate has the life or resources anymore to do this. Looking like Bio has all of the answers, and just like that. Just that right there. He spent his final bar on that too, and Bio looking really strong. One hit's going to do it. Oh, he fires a slow one. Biohazard comfortably moving on in the loser's bracket. Throughout Kudos to Hayate though. That entire set just really looked like Hayate just didn't really know what to do around such a strong keep away. No, indeed. But I actually think that in itself might make Biohazard quite a threatening player to deal with in the long run of this game, because he was, and still is, a avid Bane player. You know, Bane is kind of his go-to, his bread and butter. But in Injustice 1, he would kind of almost stubbornly stick with Bane in matchups that he probably shouldn't, that really could give him problems, and never really had a backup he was willing to go to in tournaments. So as soon as he found a bad matchup, despite being an incredible Bane player, he'd struggle to win or place really highly, depending on what character he would fight. But Injustice 2, right off the bat, the first major event in the Injustice Pro Series, Combo Breaker, already going straight to Harley Quinn when he needs to. And the results kind of speak for themselves. Definitely a good idea. I think we've reached a point where there is no space to be, I guess, like sort of like a blind character loyalist, because there's so much money to play for. These tournaments are getting so big. I mean, this is an Injustice 2 Pro Series event, a 20k pot. I mean, that's not exactly short change. If you can play multiple characters and get that win, it is always going to be worthwhile. So this is going to be our final match in the first round of Losers Bracket Top 8. It's going to be Forever King, Circa Forever King versus EMP KDZ. Now, some of the more advanced matches are looking like going to be quite juicy. You've got SonicFox versus Slayer in Winners Finals, Tekken Master and Biohazard coming up in Losers as well. That's a match we saw time and time again in Mortal Kombat X, and over, Tekken Master would kind of find the win there. But now, with Injustice 2, we have an old matchup, really. No, truly. One that we saw during the, well, very much later days of Injustice 1. It was, I believe, Superman versus Forever King. I think it was Martian Manhunter at the time. Went very convincingly at the time, I think, to King. But this is a new game. It's a new chapter. A new pool of characters. Well, if we're looking back into the past a little bit, you have... He's thinking the Superman hat or the Aquaman hat. Which do I go with here? I think the crowd is going to try and suggest is Aquaman. Does KDZ go Aquaman? Or Superman? He's thinking about it. What does he prefer? This is the mix-up, the 50-50 in real life. Oh, he puts the Superman one down. Okay, so... abandoning his old main. It's a new game, Mustard. It's time to not mess around. No more Superman. Friendship with Superman is ended. Now Aquaman is my best friend. So, this is a matchup that, again, it's a legacy matchup. Batman, well, not necessarily actually Black Adam. Button checks. Now, here's the next mix-up. Is this a button check to decide this is Black Adam here? Or is it going to change to Batman? Well, I thought for sure that. I mean, surely this is just a button check. Because Forever King has been a Batman superstar in Injustice. Has looked really strong with him all the way through the weekend, but he knew he was coming against KDZ. So do you reckon he... Hang on, we saw a handshake. This might be a restart match. It is, okay. Here we go. Wow, indeed. So KDZ, let's not forget, Evo champion. The first Evo champion for Injustice 1 years ago, and Batman, Forever King. going to Black Adam instead. I was convinced Forever King was going to go Batman for this, but maybe not. Black Adam once again. Here we go. A lot of patience already. Just walking back. This has been definitely the slowest round start. No punishes just yet. But again, we saw this from Slayer earlier on, kind of playing at this long-range distance. Maybe this is just something that Black Adam players are really kind of favoring here. Good block on the plus frames. Bear in mind that back 1-2-3 is plus on block, but finally gets opened up. And the first hit is going to go to KDZ. Now, Aquaman and Injustice 2, very footsie heavy. He has amazing plus frames on some old strings. Definitely has sort of better advantage on them on block, like just right there. Catches him trying to jump out. Is going to hit the Trident Rush. Trident Rush itself being really dangerous. Oh, whiffing the forward 1-2, but walking straight into the 1+3. Again, there's that patience, right? This is that completely slowed down pace that Black Adam players really want. But he doesn't have the life lead though, so KDZ doesn't really need to be too impatient here. Oh wow, backdashes the environment straight away. Wow, KDZ with the precision. That's a very classic maneuver actually. We saw it a lot during Injustice 1 and staying just as prominent, but the anti-Emmy event 4-3, and finally we see something big and significant. Yeah, enough to give him the life lead too. KDZ needs to open up. Wow, catches him not blocking low, and that's going to be more than enough to finish things off. Yeah, can't imagine. Yeah, Forever King doesn't even have enough bar for the air tech. Back to the corner now. What can KDZ do? When you're back corner, I mean, you have to look at the bar, right? Meter Burn Trident Rush still does a ton of chip. KDZ has 3 bars of meter. Oh! Wow, that's going to do enough. Now, that's actually a really cool idea from Forever King, though, to pop the orbs and then go for Meter Burn Dash. Because the orbs hit him on the way through, which almost did enough to take the round by itself, but KDZ, there's the Trident Rush. There's the Trident True. Look at that chip damage. Disgusting stuff. But he's got 3 bars to play with. If he gets blocked again, that's going to be more guaranteed damage. And Forever King spending one of his on the Meat Burn 4-3, taking those plus frames. Plus frames once again, disrespects, and has to go for Clash for it. He has more than enough wager to get some health back here, though. It's not a huge surprise. 1 bar from King, not going to spend it there. Wow, yeah. Now 50% back. He's happy to have even health, and he wants to spend those 3 bars on Meat Burn Trident Rush. Oh, here we go. One that actually could have been dead. Saving his only bar of meter, no push block, and answering back! The transition, that's going to hurt big time. But that's the thing, right? You're in that range of Aquaman. You expect him to do something. So you want to maybe went for that. Aquaman's at the forward 1, the new high. Maybe he went for that, but Armor's straight through it. Transition, here we are again. KDZ now actually completely out of bars. So if Forever King lands a significant hit, there's no clash and there's no bar. Oh, there's the read and the jump in. This is actually a pretty good situation for Forever King, though. +2. Because King still has a wager. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's going to be it. Absolutely, the back 2-3's going to steal that one. A very good game number 1, but we mentioned, right, he had no bar and he had no clash. All he needed to do was really get opened up one time, and the damage output of Black Adam will take care of the rest. No, definitely, and that's what we saw there. KDZ contemplating here. Maybe a character change, could run the rematch. That's kind of what we'd expect. Now, it's Superman or Aquaman, really. That's kind of KDZ's premier characters. Definitely very good with both of them. Has played them both, I believe, at some point over the weekend. But Aquaman has kind of been his bread and butter for the most part. And again, that was a really good game. It wasn't really one-sided, but taking a little bit of time to think about it. Well, I think in a matchup like this, where we're so far into the tournament, that minute that you spend thinking about it could be the difference between losing and winning. Oh, a full jump in, but he doesn't put the button in time, and it isn't going to combo. Doesn't spend a bar on the meter burn from the deep, keeping that one. Again, enforcing those plus frames, gets caught overhead. Oh, this could be important. Has it? Oh, wow, there's the armor break on the forward 3. Oh, the jump straight out of there. Oh, does his trait a little bit too late. Could have saved himself there, but not quite on point with that just yet. Yeah, well, bear in mind, Aquaman's Aqua Armor, the trait, only really helps him if he's on the ground at the time. If he's airborne, it doesn't really change anything. That Black had a meter burn dive kick again, being able to combo, getting that much damage off it. So dangerous, has given King quite a good life lead here. Nice jump out of the lightning, and King again really trying to play this range game. The meter burn forward 3, maybe trying to catch back 1. Doesn't matter either way in the forward 1-2. Big damage already. But again, it just comes down to how much utility that forward 3 has. Plus on block, catches him trying to disrespect. So much patience from Forever King. Indeed. All down to it, a Trident Rush. That's going to do it. Oh, there's the grab and a jump back dive kick. It's going to seal the deal for Forever King. Another life bar down. Yeah, trying to throw that bomb up close, trying to really deny that mid-range. Aquaman really likes that. Oh, jumps clean over, but goes straight onto the bomb. Ouch. That is exactly why we saw the close bomb used. That's the range Aquaman needs to make a comeback in this situation. That's what Forever King's trying to deny. And again, you see him going for it again. He has back to the wall, so KDZ's going to want to go in. The meter burn forward 3 is going to do it, and there's the wager. Can definitely afford to take that forward 3, I think, because he has, it's going to be guaranteed life back. Again, 3 bars, he's going to get as much back as physically possible. And now he can try and close in the space once again. Good blocks though, Forever King being really patient, but cleanly jumps out of the corner. That's unfortunate. Oh, wakes up a Trident Rush. Is that going to be enough damage? Yes, it is. No bar though. I mean, one thing on block's probably going to build sufficient meter, but right here I think Forever King probably looking really comfortable, to be honest. Well, the issue is though, I mean, KDZ doesn't have access to wager anymore, so he's going to have to be so careful if he gets opened up. An early clash though from Forever King, so both players can lose their wagers. But again, I feel like this is a beneficial clash for Forever King, not just because of the life, but full screen is where he seems most comfortable. And have you noticed, KDZ isn't really trying to go for those full screen from the deeps, because Black Adam will punish it with anything. But then vice versa, I assume it's kind of a two-way system. There's the low bomb again. Oh, dashes straight up to him. Don't think he was ready for that one. Gets caught by the overhead. The trait's going to make it much safer. Good damage. Well, there's B143. No whiff punish though from KDZ. Plus frames though, catches him walking back. However, Forever King, a little bit of space to work with. Good trip guard. Not going to do enough to kill, but getting a really good situation. Now he's going to be able to pop trait, and that's going to be guaranteed. Forever King, 2 games up on KDZ. That must be so dangerous though, when you're up against Black Adam and you have so little life left. He's going for the orbs. It's practically guaranteed damage. So little things you can do about it. So, the hat's been switched. He swapped hats. No doubt this means we're going to see Superman. I mean, the Aquaman pick doesn't really seem to be working, at least in this particular match against Forever King, so not surprised to see a character change, and this is the classic. This is the character that KDZ used to win EVO. Oh, indeed, and still very powerful in Justice 2. So, question is, can he win 3 games in a row? That's the thing. Forever King, 2 games up. This is going to be quite a tall order of KDZ. Yeah, at this stage, KDZ is completely locked into Superman no matter what. So this is going to be the character that either sends him through or sends him home. Oh wow, gets the plus frames of the trait, but the disrespect from Forever King getting the down 1 in. Being very careful. I mean, Black Adam actually, some characters can struggle to whiff punish forward 2-3. Black Adam's forward 1 will just take care of that. Wow, and there's the air laser. Getting through it. Maybe that was a reaction punish on the low lightning, potentially. KDZ has got really good reactions. Rolls through him. Oh, catches him with a raw forward 2. That could be big damage. Here we go, full combo. And it's a very important corner carry. And we talk about how much damage Black Adam does in the corner. How about Superman? Oh, catches the backdash into a low lightning too. Forever King catching chunk of damage at a time. Yeah, guaranteed chip at that point, and it's match point for Circa Forever King. Looking really strong in this game, and comfortable as well, just not being phased at all. Let's not forget, he hasn't really played Black Adam today at least, so I don't think. He's just going straight to this character. No warm-up needed, just really comfortable straight away. Oh, misses the combo, and he gets punished for his troubles. Oh no, misses it too. Plus frames once again, no push block, trying to really take it. Down 1 breath. Oh no, runs straight into the barrel. There's another one behind him too. Throws it. Yeah, the importance of these stages. If you know how to use these environmental interactions, you can really get good reward. Oh, there's the wake up, but no whiff punish. Goes straight into a dive kick. That's going to be enough, but KDZ did lose quite a lot of health in between there, and all the screen behind Forever King to work with. Good patience, really trying to block that, but the down 1 check. That was a very painful down 1 to get hit by. Not a lot of life left at this stage, and look at how much. Can't really clash any of it. Oh, this is going from bad to worse for KDZ. That low lightning almost doing enough by itself. This is chip damage territory. The orbs are popped again. Oh, just to avoid them, gets them out. Hang on, this comeback is still possible, and as I say that, running straight into a lightning, but understandably, right, if he just sat there and blocked, Meteor Burn Lightning was probably going to chip him out. If he caught something on whiff, he was going to get a jump in. He could have got a full combo punish, and that could have been it. But there we go. It just comes down to the patience. Forever King, a very versatile player, but good to see that he can now pick up these multiple characters again. And that really is a direction, I think, that we're seeing the other games go. Oh, yeah. Not really one character specialists as such, as people just being ready with multiples that they can swap as and when they're needed. Because let's say he was just a Batman player and played only Batman, but hated the Aquaman matchup. He would have nothing to go to there, but because he had this Black Adam prepared, he was ready, came up against an Aquaman, and as we can see, more than comfortable enough to take that one. So our next matchup, Biohazard versus Tekken Master. Oh, wow. Now, interesting thing about this match, these guys have played multiple times in Mortal Kombat X, and over again, Tekken Master was able to just edge ahead and take it. Their set in Mortal Kombat X yesterday was super close, but once again, Tekken Master was able to win. Can Biohazard, new game, new leaf, can he break the curse of losing to Tekken Master at every tournament? Well, it's all about creating this, you know, this story for Biohazard, where he's like, if he can start competitive Injustice 2 off by beating Tekken Master, it's going to be a big morale boost above anything else. Oh yeah, but absolutely. It's going to be Atrocitus most likely from Tekken Master, because he's been using Atrocitus pretty much the whole time. But again, we know Bio plays both Bane and Harley, so to be honest, I'm really not sure what character we're going to see. No, I think it's going to just come down to who they feel comfortable with, because even Tekken Master, we expect Atrocitus, but he does have a dead shot. I've seen him play a few other characters as well. Superman, I think, was played a few times, but basically just Atrocitus, and maybe a dead shot if he doesn't feel comfortable. And Biohazard, the Bane, and the Harley. So, as much as I'd love to see Bane just for old time's sake, Biohazard's going to go with whoever he thinks is going to do better here. So now we're in joint 5th place territory. So we're getting further throughout this bracket. But this is a situation that I think both players really want to move in. Tekken Master, he's going to want that run back versus Fox. No, definitely, especially in the losers' quarters. No one wants to go out here. These guys have already done a tremendous effort. Just getting to top 8. This was a stacked tournament. Basically, every player, every top Netherrealm player in the world is here to play, aside from a few exceptions. But for the most part, the best are here, and they all played, and these are the ones we're left with. But now we are in losers bracket again, top 8, combo breaker. All right, so I've seen Biohazard go in for what is probably going to be a Harley Quinn pick. I think this is a really good choice because, again, what Atrocitus pretty much lives and dies by his character power. That is what defines him as a character. But if you're able to stop him from using it in the neutral, and you're forcing him to use it on hit and sacrifice setup, her speed of the projectiles is going to be a really magical way of stopping that from full screen. Like, she's not going to let him use that trait at all, unless he's hit her first. Oh, they're letting this rock. They want to see the intros. Alright, so here we go. This is losers bracket action. One of these two players is going home. It's going to be Tekken Master and Biohazard. Oh, wow. The first hit goes to Tekken Master, though, getting his Dex Star out immediately. Very early on, using the shield. Now, that shield is so important versus those projectile characters. Completely absorbs it, the Meteor Burn forward 3. So much damage. That's going to be catching airborne. And there we go. The Napalm Breath, ticking that damage away. A big amount of damage. Now, that's something we see from Tekken Master a lot, though. Going for as many of those blood vomits as possible, just to get the damage over time. Because you can see how much it quickly does. And there's nothing you can do about it once it connects. Strong round 1 for Tekken Master. Barely lost any life. Now, the one thing to take away from that is that Biohazard is no longer in the corner. He's going to be at least happy with that. There's the trade, though. Dexter on screen again. All catches him before the Blood Nado comes out. All jumps clean over. Interesting, actually, the shield didn't come out. Must have been absorbed at the magical time. Maybe it is that full screen game. No, but the Blood Nado. No. That's good data, though. The Cupcake Bomb losing to the Blood Nado again, just like that. Well, I think at this health, Tekken Master really likes these trades. And again, a full combo into forward 3. No air tech, so he's going to get the guaranteed health here as well. Probably going to get the trait. There we go, down 2. Oh, there's the Bear Trap. Oh, Bear Trap hits him. That's a full combo. Ouch. Already down half trait, though. Yeah. If Biohazard keeps playing this way, he is going to waste it. Actually, really good use of the air tech as well. Not letting him get away with the damage. Just trying to take as much as he can before he inevitably loses that round. But at this point, pretty much 50% up at least. But that lift is such a powerful counter-zoning tool, though, because even then, on a trade, it puts him in a really good situation. He gets nothing off it. He gets nothing off it if he trades with Bloodlift. He does, but he still manages to keep him lifted in the air, so he gets some time to stand up and think about what he wants to do next. Dextar's on the screen again, though. There's the plus frames. Good patience from Biohazard. Uses it again, plus.
Oh, look at the pressure!
Oh, so smart, actually. Instead of going in for the Bloodlift, going into Meteor Burn forward 3 and the back 3 for unclashable damage. That was a beautiful sequence of pressure, though, from Tekken Master, just showing really how versatile you can be when you've got Dextar activated. And Biohazard just not really able to deal with it that time. Does he go back? Does he go to Bane, or do we see a rematch? Is it going to be a battle of the big boys?
Bane.
Here we go. Biohazard's going to go with the classic. We have Bane versus Atrocitus. I mean, I understand why he went for the Harley pick. Maybe he thought the long-range game was going to be a little bit better, but fundamentally, clearly Tekken Master was ready for that. It was a combination of the shield for the trait and trading the Bloodlift. Both of those worked out really well, but now, here we go, armoring straight through, and the Bane Bomb to start things off. That's a really good start as well. Venom's up right at the start. Bane Bomb through a gap, drops it, but hits him anyway. That's an unofficial reset. He's definitely going to take it. 50%, already corner pressure as well. Goes straight under. Wow, look how ready he is already. Oh my god, he's done so much damage, and again, unfortunately, doesn't quite get the active on the Venom, so the debuffs can do a little bit extra damage, but here we go. A guaranteed trait for Tekken Master. Oh, there you go, just no respect. Wants to Venom up and get as much armor as possible. Oh, misses the corner. Oh, wow! Elbow drop to seal the deal for the first life bar. This pick looking like it's really putting in work. I mean, if Bane gets one good read on the armor, straight through with the 4-2-2, armor breaking, and a good use of the air tech, though, to save himself. Here we go, another stack of Venom, but guesses wrong. Low puddle comes through. Nice blood lift. Goes in for the Dextar again. Down ones him through. It's going to be so hard to punish, but in this matchup in particular, surely Bane can armor through. Though he was on the debuff and wasn't quite able to. All this pressure being held. Armor straight through, Meteor burns it. There we go. The pile driver comes out, the blood lift. No, the punch float. It's going to steal that life bar. Now, Bio, normally you sometimes see Bane players actually pop their Venom deliberately to take less damage. In that situation, he just wants it for the next round. But the armor! Wow, Bane Bomb doing the work. Meteor burns it, gets the corner repositioning. Delay wake it from Tekken Master, but isn't going to let him get anywhere. He's got plenty of Venom left in the tank. Are we going to see another grab? Comes again! Are we going to see another one? Delay wake up again, gets tagged. Punch flow comes through. No, gets hit by it.
Now,
he tried to armor.
Things just got really dangerous because that is a level 3 debuff and atrocious damage. The clash was absolutely necessary.
Okay, so he's going to lose this clash. Tekken Master can hurt him if he wants, but even if he does damage here, that is not going to hold a candle to the damage he was about to take from a debuff atrocious combo.
It did actually
really smart
it
wager.
did reset the debuff counter, and unfortunately caught again. This could even be dead.
Oh no, no, he drops it. Oh, there's the 50-50. Has he got enough health to survive this? Pop strapped! Oh no! Avoid it! And wow, the raging charge! Meter burns it just enough! That was perfect Venom management. Popped himself straight to level 3 for the damage mitigation, and it saves him.
That is a combo drop Tekken Master cannot be happy with, but either way, Biohazard makes it 1-1 and ties things up.
Gonna take this level 1 debuff though, more than happy to. Goes to TV, just trying to keep that space. Wants to waste this deck star time. There we go, gets the low again, goes in for the blood breath. That's going to do extra tick damage even though he got just one, but the wake up armor. Now here we go, we could see a very quick change of momentum. Oh, tries to delay wake up into jump. It is going to get tagged. Bane Bomb to finish him once again. Oki coming out now from Biohazard.
Very good push block actually, but answering back again! He's going to take so much damage, and the down 2. The damage doesn't even matter, that's free damage, and it's using up the Venom debuff.
As half the debuff is gone, catches him low again. The debuff completely used really well for Biohazard. Tekken Master gets hit by the low just to chip him out. That's it, Biohazard looking really strong.
You can hear how excited this crowd is about Bane. Every single pile driver, every single Bane bomb, and the crowd goes mental.
You feel the impact just straight up, but Tekken Master, his adaptation skills today that he's shown have been top quality, but once again, already showing up strong.
Now, I think an important thing here is that Tekken Master is using the shield to armor break the Venom. He's not letting him use those grabs in neutral, only in setup.
Oh no, misses it. Good crouch. Isn't able to down to him in time. Oh, full punish from Tekken Master. Good awareness.
Bear in mind, one of the changes, Bane and Injustice 2 does not have that meter burn dropkick he once had. That uppercut is fully unsafe now.
Wow, Dexter is just not letting him do any of these Bane Bombs. There's the crush again. The cat saving him, doing so much work, but the Bane Bomb connects.
Not today. Here comes another, pops another blow to Venom. The wake up, but it's got armor break, not quite. Oh, it missed ever so slightly, but level 3 Venom it does armor break.
But he's also doing the quick time event. He's getting the increased damage. Every hit getting a little bit more.
Now, right here, he's used the super, but the level 3 Venom did make it do way less damage to the down 2. This is still Biohazard's game. It's not over.
It is, and because he just used the super, he's going to have no meter to win the wager. If he goes for it, yeah, but he's guaranteed to lose some here. He could lose a lot of health if Biohazard wants to spend it.
Does Biohazard spend 3 bars and then use his 4th on the Venom attack to try and close in, or does he save it? He does. What comes next?
Oh, it reset the debuff timer as well. No.
Doesn't mean burn the uppercut, though. That could have been game over.
Oh, he has the wager just enough. Tekken Master can stop him from getting life back if he wants to, but again, is the debuff timer going to reset a 3rd time? No, it does!
No!
Biohazard on 3 loads of debuff.
Oh! Oh, and the wake up back forward 1. Tekken Master takes it, but... Whoa, that's a close one, Mustard.
God, that was so dangerous. He was forced to wait out a full level 3 debuff 3 times, thanks to clashing. Almost came down to the end.
Every single time, man. I mean, he didn't have Venom for a good 30 seconds at least.
No, that must have been a miserable thing to deal with, but Tekken Master with a good awareness, that clutch factor.
That's going to be a guaranteed deck star, and again, this time optics go in. Biohazard doesn't have the bar to fight back. He's going to have to hold all of this mix-up.
Oh, and there's the low. You can see just how powerful we can be with the character power.
But the
armor
tick
meets
damage,
armor.
the tick damage is where it hasn't finished. You see how much damage he's taken after the combo.
Oh, down one into left, that's going to do it, and also put him in debuff. Biohazard will be able to wait out this time, so he's going to have his Venom at the start, but match point Tekken Master.
Looking to be a much better game, but again, you can see the damage. It's a snowbally momentum-based character. All Bio needs is one good sequence, which could be the start here. Big damage.
Hey, Bainham, he's a momentum god, and this is what he needs. And there we go! Just like that!
He turned it round, but there's a lot of Venom debuff time to deal with right here.
Oh, the armor break, that's going to be huge.
That was a very expensive round in terms of the Venom and a lot more damage taken. Guaranteed trait once again, but another full combo punish. Uppercut, not safe.
Goes to the wager too, so he is actually going to save himself here. Could have lost more health. Tekken Master can stop him here if he wants to tie. He is going to. Tick grabs. Here we go. Level 1. Oh, catch the backdash. Good escape from Tekken Master. Tick grab connects again. Now this is the sequence. This is what Biohazard needs to start. Delay wake up into down 1. Really smart decision from Tekken Master.
Now that really is one of the new things about this Injustice 2 is actually delayed wake up is a really good answer for Bane. Now here we go, a full whip punish. Having to use level 3 Venom, but he's going to take so much guaranteed tick. And here we go, just like that, Tekken Master taking over Biohazard. It was tick damage on the blood breath.
and it was going to be guaranteed chip on top of Dexter. Not a good situation to be in at all. A shout out to Biohazard though, just showing that purely just hype man Bane play, and the decision was good. I understand why he started with Harley Quinn though. Definitely was worth the try, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Maybe in the future sticking with Bane could be a better option, but props to Tekken Master moving on the losers bracket with this really just solid as a rock Atrocious. But you respect the fact that he stuck with the character, right? Because Bane looked really useful here. Harley Quinn, we respect the attempt to pick it, but I think in the future, I mean, even though he's out of the tournament, the data of, okay, maybe Bane for this matchup is still going to be good to take away from. No, definitely, and he is going to be able to clutch it out there. Came down to the wire once again, just like that. But don't go anywhere, guys. We are going to go to a quick break while we set up our next match. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more Combo Breaker Top 8 for Injustice 2. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series, presented by PS4, and we have our losers bracket action continuing with Dragon versus Forever King. Indeed, this is top 8 for Combo Breaker 2017, and it's been a really good tournament so far, but we are reaching the much later stages. As you can see by the bracket so far, winners finals, we've got SonicFox, SonicFox versus Slayer, and losers, we just saw Tekken Master have a really clutch set over Biohazard, and have got Noble Dragon versus Circa Forever King upcoming now. So, Dragon has been looking really good with Poison Ivy today, but he has been playing Aquaman for a few matchups as well. And Forever King, normally known for just being this fundamentally solid Batman player, but he has picked Black Adam already. That's what we used to eliminate KDC.
Looks like it could be a bit of a...
Is this the game?
This could be a real match.
Oh, I actually think it could be, yeah. Oh,
Unless
Forever
King
King
is just really wanting to make sure that interaction works.
He just really likes walking back. Now here we go. Now Aquaman, I think we understand why he's potentially gone for Aquaman in this matchup. So Dragon previously lost to Slayer's Black Adam. I think maybe taking from that, probably going, do I pick Aquaman here? Giving it a go, and to be honest, looking a little bit more strong.
It could be. I mean, Slayer looked really strong versus him, but at the same time, it was a really close set versus Slayer. So it was like he got completely demolished, but maybe he just feels more comfortable here. And there's the Trident Rush. Chip damage already doing massive amounts of work.
I actually like the fact that King didn't use any push block there. He opted to keep his 3 bars, because at that point, he actually had no bar left. What else is he going to do?
Well, that's the big thing about Aquaman and Injustice 2. Trident Rush might still do a massive amount of chip damage, but he doesn't really build any meter for doing it on block anymore. So whereas before, you just do it for free, practically, because, I mean, who cares? You'll build most of it back. That definitely isn't the case now.
The car advantage. And there we go, Meteor Burn Lightning again. A lot of damage on that projectile, which is why I think the full screen in a matchup like this is really good for Black Adam.
No, indeed, and there's that low lightning coming into play. Not really seeing Dragon go for the deep counter poke. Oh no, he's going to get it.
Now this really is one of those interesting full range matchups, because from the deep can be punished, but then again Black Adam's Lightning Cloud can also be punished. So it's almost like a game of chicken from full screen.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be super careful, especially if you haven't got a life lead. But no, the chip damage coming in from the Trident Rush. Tries to jump out with the follow-up. Oh, tries to chase it downward from the deep, but it's going to eat a low lightning for his troubles. And here's that slow pace.
Just consistently just sitting there walking back. He can block her from the deep. He can punish it accordingly if he's on point.
We're seeing every Black Adam player do this today, though. When they have a life lead, even if it's like a little life lead like this, they just want to slow things down. They want to walk you to the certain part of the screen. And when you reach a certain range, they just explode.
But if a dive kick whiffs when you're in the corner, you're out the corner. So this range, here we go, overhead. Meteor Burn, Trident Rush to get a nice amount of damage. There we go, he gets caught. Full combo from Dragon, but drops the ender.
Meteor Burns the scoop, that's going to hurt. Forever King throws him out of the corner. Oh no, he doesn't. He throws him towards. Oh, nice whiff punish from Forever King. Ready for the Trident Rush. Wake up.
I actually really like the fact that he sat there, Meteor Burn forward 3, forcing a clash. Now, he didn't go for the combo earlier because he didn't have bar. But now he has got bar. That's when we see the clash, when he can finally help himself with it.
Just be careful, though. He does have access to the orbs.
Oh,
trying to do a lot of work already when they get low, looking for that distance once again. Low lightning, this is chip territory. Now he pops the orbs, that's what he's waiting for. He wants you to be with pixels of life, so he can just pop the orbs and just dive kick towards you, or just get in your vicinity, and that's going to take it.
So Dragon's pretty much gone straight to player select. I expect to see no, he has gone back to Aquaman, maybe a stage change. I was really thinking maybe we would have seen him go for Poison Ivy, because against Slayer, it was really close. I don't think it was a Poison Ivy problem.
He also looks significantly more comfortable with Ivy, but at the same time, maybe he is just that confident in Aquaman in this matchup, or maybe he just really doesn't like fighting Black Adam with Ivy.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Black Adam, a very popular character, and Dragon playing as much Ivy as he has, he's going to be familiar with that matchup by now.
And again, Forever King just walking back, seeing him do this all the time. Do you think maybe he just likes fighting with his back to the wall with Black Adam?
I think he's just happy having this range. I mean, he's going to be used to fighting Aquaman as well. Good block. Gets the Trident Rush off those plus frames.
Spend the bar, doesn't have any other meter now. But that's the thing, because he just spent the bar on the Trident Rush, he didn't have the bar to launch there for a full punish. So as soon as he sees that Dragon has no meter, of course he's going to be going for those dive kicks.
Punish again on the dive kick, but this time spending his only bar of meter on that meter band from the deep. But escaping, but again, no bar for Trident Rush. This really is sort of showing, I think, the new changes to Aquaman, where he has to make that choice. Combo or Trident Rush.
And there's the massive damage coming out for this pressure. Good wake up down 2. Is he going to swap position here? He will have the option to, but yes he is. There's the delay. Throws him towards the corner. Has the space. Wake up lightning hands.
There we go. From the deep does connect, and it's going to put him 1 round up. Now, if Dragon can keep this full screen, he may be okay, but I think at this point, anything can get punished. He has to work his way in again.
Oh, there's the orbs, doing more than enough damage there to chip him out, and he still has access to the other 2. He has a little bit of uptime left on them as well.
There we go, that trade. It's going to be down for quite a while, so again, he's going to be quite patient, taking guaranteed damage off the cloud, and this full screen battle, ever so prominent.
Oh, there's a jump in, no anti-air attempt from Dragon.
I think Dragon's trying to really keep him in the corner, but
he also might be worrying about the dive kick. We've already seen how much damage a dive kick can do.
There we go.
Oh, there's the
Clash.
wager.
I think in this situation, the Clash is probably actually just to get full screen. You know, bear in mind, Clash does also change where you are on the stage. It's not just a combo breaker. Here we go. Look at how much distance he's put.
Also, Dragon didn't want to spend any bar there. Had an opportunity to guarantee health, but I think he just wants to hold on to it for the chip damage from Trident Rush or the extension on his combos if he gets a hit. Oh, there's the whiff. Oh, catches that one. There's the Meteor Burn as well. Gets a little bit of damage.
Hey, Trident Rush is going to be a lot more dangerous now. Bear in mind, down one, down one, down one. This time works out for Forever King.
That was just a game of chicken with the down one. There's the Meteor Burn dive kick. No, he drops it.
may have potentially been to avoid clash. Bear in mind the combo drop actually almost beneficial because he wasn't able to clash the damage.
He has the orbs back though, he has to be really careful now. Looks for it, he was looking for one thing, no! There's the throw tech, still alive! Oh, the instant jump from Forever King going to do enough damage to just take away that little bit of life left.
But the reason that instant jump actually worked was because even though he took the grab, the orb still did all the damage. The jump kick was all he needed.
Now do we restart or do we change characters?
I think
that's the question.
He's thinking quite heavily about
No matter who he picks now, this is it. This is his last opportunity. So now, yeah, he's sticking with it. He's gone for the rematch. He must win 3 games in a row with Aquaman to stay in the tournament. There's the trait.
Now that's actually one of the first times we've seen the Aqua Armor used in this entire set. I think you really need to sit there and go, hang on a minute, I'm not using trait.
It's he's actually not getting launched too many times. A lot of his damage is coming down from chip or the orbs or just lightning.
Yeah, King hasn't really landed many full combos in the set, but it's just been the neutral, it's been the range, it's been managing that trait so intelligently. That's where the life's going. And the Meatman forward 3 anti-air.
Yeah, we saw King do that a few times already. Definitely kind of go-to option. Massive damage. That's one thing. Black Adam does so much damage if he hits you.
Plus frames again. The down one respected. Builds sufficient bar for another Trident Rush, but here, no bar to play with.
Oh, he's taking
that
so
chip
much sequence.
Chip. Black
Absolutely disgusting block damage.
Black Adam's got a Trident Rush of his own, it seems.
Here we go again. Speaking of which, asking you shall receive. There's a Trident Rush. Catches him trying to jump out. Is going to hit him with the knee. Just enough damage to finish off life bar 1.
But speaking of finishing off a life bar, the trait's going to do that one. Match point for Forever King.
Once again, you see the cinematic time in between the rounds, just almost giving him his trait back immediately. Oh, there's a full punish.
That's why we haven't seen Dragon go for those from the deeps far away. He doesn't want to get punished.
Albeit, not really a massively damaging punish, though.
A lot of pushback, establishing more range. Forever King again, really playing with that distance.
Oh, not sure what he was expecting there. There's the interaction. And again, just walking back. We see Forever King doing this all the time with Black Adam. Just wanting to build that space. There's the meter burn dive kick.
He's only got one of those left. Oh, wow. Already dedicating for the grab. Probably not sure it was going to hit. And again, I don't think he was ready for that dive kick to hit either.
Oh, there's the whiff. Forever King went in, but hesitated. Oh, tries to throw the toilet, but isn't going to be able to. There's the clash.
Now, bear in mind, King has spent a lot of bar in this round.
He has, indeed.
Oh, he's defensive one. Here we go.
Yeah. Dragon decides to hold on to it, doesn't want to deal damage.
There's the trip guard on the back one. That is going to be a full combo because he's used Clash. Can't do anything about it. And the drop on the forward 2. It's going to give him that tech roll into full screen.
But
Very
again,
crucial
there's
mistake.
that walking back. We see Forever King do this all the time. He really wants to have that distance. But I think maybe he just is really comfortable fighting with his back to the corner.
Oh, clearly. Absolutely. He's going to have the trait as well. And then
big
we go full
dive
combo.
kick. That could be max damage. No, the clash saves him from damage at the last minute.
But again, coming out of this clash, he's probably still going to have his trait, you know? And here we go. Both players have trait, but in this situation, much more beneficial for Forever King. There's a chip on the lightning again. Talk about chip, the grab. This probably isn't going to kill, but very
close
situation.
to. And there's the dive kick. As soon as he saw Dragon getting off the ground, go straight for it. Practically guaranteed chip damage at the time. Forever King will excel even further into this top 8 over Dragon. Does that mean he moves on to fight Tekken Master? I think it does.
It does indeed. That's going to be a really interesting matchup. We don't really know what character King's going to use there, but it's probably going to be Atrocitus versus... Ooh, do we think Batman? He hasn't used Batman at all in this top 8 so far.
Not yet, but I think it'll come to... Actually, he's fought 2 Aquaman, right? Maybe he just doesn't want to put himself in that situation. That he doesn't want to fight
bear in mind,
Batman.
when Batman launches you, that's probably why we've seen it, because when Batman launches you, it comes off strings, but the launcher comes at the end of those strings, not at the start. If he Aqua Armors at the very beginning, the launcher gets blocked, so you can't really do a whole lot.
So I think we're going into our winners finals next. So it's going to be Echo Fox, SonicFox versus Slayer. We've seen these guys play in almost every NetherRealm game at this point, but again, SonicFox's success really kind of speaks for itself at this point. Slayer has been a really fundamentally strong player throughout the years, but again, both of these guys have been very successful in Injustice specifically, and Slayer looking really powerful. Now, are we going to see a Black Adam mirror match, or are we going to see SonicFox actually go to Deadshot for the first time in this top 8? Now, I'm going to say it, I don't think we're going to see a Black Adam mirror, because Deadshot currently really is SonicFox's, favourite character to currently play. And he's been using it pretty much throughout the entire tournament. And the Black Adam pick specifically was that he didn't want to deal with Atrocitus, and he felt that Black Adam did really well in that matchup. Now, he has historically seemed quite comfortable fighting Black Adam anyway with Deadshot, so I'm inclined to think we're going to see that first, but could be wrong. Could go for Black Adam anyway, but it really depends. Well, we're about to find out. But let's not forget,
some recent art that we saw. Is it Black Adam?
Oh, he's asking again.
Deadshot?
There's a 50-50. Does he do Black Adam, or does he go for Deadshot? This is a running theme, I think. What do you want? Deadshot?
All right, crowds. Do we see Deadshot?
No,
Do we see Black Adam? Who knows? Either way. I don't think even he's sure.
Dead shot.
He's still thinking about it. There's
Oh,
the
he
dead shot.
he does it anyway.
But who does Slayer pick here? Because Slayer, again, has a bunch of characters up his sleeve. Aquaman. Okay, so some running themed characters. We see Aquaman picked once again. Well, I think, again, it's not really a massive surprise seeing these legacy characters being picked like this. Let's not forget, the game is not that old. It's only been out for about a week or two. Slayer really doing the important stuff in his button checks. Now, I think picking legacy characters, though, it makes the most sense. The game is really new, and if we're going to see new characters picked, we're probably going to see people picking characters that are newer or easier to pick up, right?
I'll make your queen a widow.
But at the same time, Deadshot, a completely new character, but SonicFox just has this uncanny ability to just play a new character and just figure them out instantly. Deadshot, definitely not. Oh, wow. One he's not put any time into whatsoever. He's been really grinding this character. He's already had a ton of success. Now, here's the first really smart decision. SonicFox has opted to zone out with the meter drain bullets. I mean, Aquaman needs meter to both do combos and for Trident Rush. If he's losing his bar through the keep away, then that's going to be, well, he's not as dangerous up close at all. Oh, wow, goes straight in for the Aqua Armor to not get punished for that. That's going to be a full combo in the corner. Deadshot, although his damage mid-screen is pretty weak in the corner, still means business. Oh, Meter burns the Trident Rush, pushes him all the way back in. But look at all the meter that SonicFox has already built. Gets a full launch jump punish on that, but hasn't got the bar to extend the damage. There we go, that's going to be another full combo, and yeah, the rifle is going to take it. Now, at this range, it's not only corner pressure, but it's the fact that Deadshot has the entire screen to walk away if he wants to. Oh wow, caught trying to go for trait. There's actually a straight up punish as well on that trait activation. Really good stuff from Slayer. Full jump in. Now, even without the bar, that's going to do it. SonicFox still has the 2-bar advantage, but he is Deadshot, who needs that screen, and he doesn't have anything to work with now. Back to the wall. Oh,
there's
good
the meter burn roll.
I was just about to mention meter burn roll when you're back to the corner is such a great option if you're a keep away character. Another full combo into Splat, guaranteed trait. Anything, enforcing plus frames with factory as well. Now here comes some meter drain. I actually love the choice to go for meter drain versus Aquaman specifically, because we've all seen what he can get with the chip damage from Trident Rush or his massive damage extension. So if you can take that bar away from him, really smart. Unfortunately, actually getting clipped by the second half of that. Bear in mind, if Deadshot's got meter, the meter burn version of that straight flying knee is actually safe on block. Oh, he is going to get that corner combo there. Oh, waiting for the wake up, but SonicFox doesn't fall for it. SonicFox actually pressing buttons out of the +2, and here we go. It's going to be very difficult. Yeah, good water shield, but there's the chip damage. That's going to do it. Now, one thing I really like about SonicFox's Deadshot is that he doesn't really rely on that meter burn rifle. The meter burn rifle being such an amazing move by itself, does a ton of chip damage, is great when you've got the bar to spend, but SonicFox doesn't really overuse it, to the point that when he does finally bring it out, it's just at the right moment. One other beneficial thing about this matchup is normally Aquaman can kind of contend with his owners because he can block and punish or at least enforce some sort of minus frames. Deadshot's projectiles recover so quickly, that doesn't really happen. But right there, got caught in the forward dash, so that's a great start. That's a nice amount of damage to deal just for dashing forward. Respectable stuff. But now Slayer can afford to be patient. I mean, what's he got to fear? He can neutral crouch through a straight shot. He's not going to take a huge amount. I don't think he was quite ready for that to connect. Oh, gets caught by the back 1-2 right there. Sent full screen once again, and here we go. Meter drain bullets. Each individual bullet will do a set amount of meter ticked away. So that's why SonicFox will prioritize the machine guns. Oh, wow. Catches him with a scoop. Nice damage there. Yeah, Slayer's doing, he is really contesting with this damage. I mean, what he gets hit by, he makes up for it in that damage. And yeah, that actually really hurt. Oh no, it ran out! The bullets did so much damage there, though. That's the thing, when he has this Aqua Armor on, when he was blocking, it did so much more damage to him. Almost more than it was going to do if it actually hit him. Oh, tries to punish, but backdashes through the bullet. There we go. Again, if you look at the bar, Deadshot pretty much always has a bar of meter. And as long as he's got the bar, the meter burn rifle is a dangerous possibility. Oh, wow. Oh no, dropping the input. That's an unfortunate drop as well. The damage extension you get from full screen can be really important, especially in a matchup like this. I'm pretty sure we're seeing that wrist cannon actually punish from the deep on block. I think it's actually been, SonicFox has been faking out that rifle. He's not even committing to meter burn. He knows that after he blocks it, Slayer's just going to sit there and hold it because he's expecting the meter burn. Drops the Aqua Armor a little bit too late, so gets launched anyway. Well, that was a trade, but puts him full screen. Oh no, spends the bar, Slayer wasting it. Oh wow, catches him just on the tip of the trident. There we go, catches the juggle. Gonna absorb this entire thing, but again, he's not got a huge amount of life left. The Deadshot will punish that from the deep anywhere on screen. Oh no, chip damage adding up. He's gonna hold it. Now SonicFox, no! No! Oh, no! That is a heartbreaker. Accidentally let go of the hole too quickly. And that's going to do it. Gets hit by the last bullet, which basically puts him in a guaranteed KO territory. That would have been such an advantageous situation as well. Because at that point, SonicFox actually spent his last bar on that meter burn rifle. But either way, we're going to go to a character change. Has he changed? No, he's gone back into Aquaman. Again, I think just time to think about it, right? Take a time out. Don't hastily jump into the next match, especially bear in mind this is winners finals. So if he loses, he's going to go into losers finals. So he's not out of the tournament, but the comfort zone of winners is worthwhile if you're going to win winners finals. No, absolutely. It's that patience. Yeah, gets the jump in, tries to trip guard. Down one, going to take away the first hit. And again, you can see how important it can be to have meter when you're playing Deadshot. The grab. Unfortunately, the grab does actually send full screen, which is where Deadshot wants to be. Oh, good thing actually didn't commit to meter burn there. Would have taken full damage. Oh wow, max range jumping again, but you can tell Slayer just is not ready for him to connect from that distance. Oh, unsafe knee, but obviously if you've got bar to make it safe, very risky trying to press buttons there. Yeah, he is going to spend the bar here, getting more chip damage, but again, doesn't have any bar to work with now. Nice, good use actually, going in for the down two with the aqua armor to make himself safe. Oh, the challenge! Oh, wow, good challenge. Really smart actually using the forward one. It's 6 frames, one of the fastest mids in the game. Good challenge for +2. But that actually should be the life bar if he doesn't drop this. Yeah, that is going to do enough. And importantly, to waste the rest of that trait for SonicFox. But it's going to be half regenerated now, but still down. The problem is Slayer completely starved of meter at the moment. Now, the important thing in this matchup is going to be Slayer making sure that he tries to keep SonicFox near the corner. But as I say that, SonicFox fighting his way out and being on match point. Really nice extension on that air-to-air too, though, just to get that little bit of extra damage. That is what he needed to finish it off. But nice from the deep catches, just for max range of that back 3 to connect. Slayer tried to keep him contained with a sweep, but drops the input. Either way, it doesn't matter. Still got a nice amount of damage. The trip guard as well, that's a free Trident Rush. Oh, no way, different SonicFox wants to hold on to it. A little bit extra damage there, getting him slowly but surely to the corner. Hits the max range low, tries to go for the aqua armor, but a little bit too late, gets launched anyway. It can't take too many of those projectiles because at that point that he's not going to trade in his favor. But there's the wager. SonicFox likely to spend maybe one. He might want the bar for the rifle. He might. Yeah, so they're not going to spend everything. Still going to have a bit of a life lead, but this is Deadshot. That range catches her from the deep, and all that health he just got back is going to go completely down. And there's the sweep. Wow, risky stuff. Goes in with the wake up anyway. The wake up Trident Rush. Slayer does bring a game on the board. No 3-0 here. That's important though. He's figured it out. He goes for that sweep instead, wants to end right in his face. But as soon as he makes the adjustment, SonicFox, no messing around, straight to Black Adam. And again, we see Aquaman versus Black Adam. I mean, we've clearly seen that Black Adam can compete with this character. You know, I mean, if he knows and feels totally confident that Black Adam's going to be the one, he only has to win one game here. Yeah, I mean, for SonicFox, this is a ranked match. He just needs to win one. Who cares? That's all he needs. Oh, down one to check the high. Bear in mind, the forward one is a high. Oh wow, jump into the straight for the down 2. I actually like that option though, knowing that Slayer was likely to go for the aqua. No, I just launched him straight away. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to dash in enough distance, so he gets tagged anyway. Oh, that cross-up dive kick, so powerful. There's the air tech though, but isn't it range to punish him? Interactable gets a good trade, knocks down again, and a very quick round, and SonicFox on match point once again. Oh, looking really good. Still got the vast majority of his health back. And again, really trying to keep himself safe. You can still use the aqua armor, but speaking of unsafe, Scoop totally punishable. Down one into lightning hands. Means SonicFox, look at this life lead already. Oh, tries to Anio standing one, but is going to get beaten clean by the jump in. Oh wow, gets the air tech too, wastes the bar. Oh, combo drop. The air tech actually really sort of messed up the combo's gravity, and funny enough, even though it kept the combo going, definitely benefited him, and the lightning taking it. SonicFox is your first grand finalist. Again, not really a huge surprise, I think. SonicFox really just on a tear. This being the first major event in the Injustice Pro Series, looking really strong instantly. Again, bringing out Deadshot when the matchup called for it, and as soon as he thought that, okay, maybe this isn't going to work anymore, straight to Black Adam. One game, now we see him in Grand Finals, winner's side. Well, you mentioned it, right? All Fox had to do was win one game. So if he felt like Black Adam was going to get the job done, of which we've clearly seen it's possible, because throughout this whole top 8 we've seen Black Adam versus Aquaman. Black Adam's pretty much come off better. Why not? Yeah, it's a good decision. That does mean that we're moving on to our next losers bracket match, which is going to be 4 losers finals. Having a quick look at how the bracket's going so far, we've now got grand finals, SonicFox in winner's side, Slayer waiting in losers finals, and now we have one more match to decide who will get minimum 3rd place between NASA Tekken Master and Circuit Forever King. So this matchup in particular, so Forever King actually is yet to use Batman today in the top 8. In top 8, of course. Do we think he's going to use it against Atrocitus, or does he go back to Black Adam again? Because, I mean, it was the character that sent Tekken Master to losers in the first place. That is a good point. I mean, Tekken Master and Forever King, they have played before, even in MKX, right, where they did meet in tournament, and Forever King was able to cause, at the time, was considered an upset by defeating Tekken Master. Isn't it funny, really, how, you know, it reached a point where so many players came out within the game and was so dangerous that Forever King beating someone was considered an upset, even though Forever King himself is such a phenomenal player. Yeah, well, that's just the point we were at, I think, at the game's life. But back then, where Tekken Master was this massively successful MK player, and Forever King was definitely a very good player, but didn't quite have the same level of success. Now we're swapping things around.
Here we go. Injustice is Forever King's game. He has always been a top player for Injustice, and now Tekken Master has to bring it to him.
Looks like things are going to be a bit beta here, boys. It's Batman versus Atrocitus. On the same stage as well, how about that? Yeah, this is the Injustice 2 beta right now.
I'm going for a button check though, so again, this might not be the match we're going to see, but usually we see them do that and then just hit restart match.
Yeah, we normally see the restart match, but making sure things are all good. I mean, at this stage, right, button checks are ever so important. You don't want to lose 20k because your buttons are wrong.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go for your match. Yeah, this is going to be the match. It's going to be Atrocitus versus Batman. We're finally seeing Forever King's Batman for the first time in this top 8. Goes straight in for the environment interaction to steal away the first button.
Now, Forever King's Batman is pressure that is relatively unmatched by anyone. Unbelievably aggressive, but very patient. Speaking of aggressive, though, Tekken Master getting that tick damage already and 50%. Good block from King, though.
Look at this life lead already. Jackson jumping out. That's going to be a confirm. Goes into the vomit. Just wants to get this extended damage. Damage over time ticking away. Big trade for Tekken Master.
Every single time Atrocitus, though, does manage to get a trade off that lift, it's always going to be in his favor because you're still going to get stuck in the air, and that was a very clean round from Tekken Master.
The longer this top 8 goes on, the more comfortable Tekken Master is seeming. There's a nice meter burn forward 3 though. Good prediction just to blow through that.
I mean, if you read the forward 2, it's very slow and telegraphed. Forward 3 can blow straight through it on a good read.
Oh wow, and he uses the retreat from Forever King. Oh, big punish, and he's got Dex out. That was a really, really good wager.
Not only to save himself from the damage, but to actually really deal with the trait. Actually, spent 2 bars, did some guaranteed damage to Forever King.
They practically traded trait for trait there with that clash. Oh, there's a back 3 attempt though from Forever King. Maybe expected a throw.
There's a punish. Bear in mind, grappling hook is fully unsafe by Bloodlift. There's the jump in. Very classic Batman, using that trait to close into space, making the jump in very hard to anti-air. That's going to be a knockdown.
Doesn't want to spin his bar for the restand. There's a full screen wake up though from Tekken Master. Oh, big anti-air, doesn't have wager anymore. There's the combo drop. That can be disastrous. Forever King is a bit of a comeback machine with this character, but no, Dexter stops him from coming in.
That really is one thing that Tekken Master does more than basically any other Atrocitus, which is using those Dexter strings to be plus on block. In the beta days, it used to cost a lot more of your trait to use those strings, but now it uses way less, and because of it, it's way more attractive to use those strings for block pressure.
So we saw Tekken Master being a little bit dangerous there because he didn't have a lot of life left on his second bar, but now he has all this red life to go with. Let's not forget, Forever King has used his clash already, so he hasn't got access to that to save himself. But he's building all this bar. Oh no.
Oh, and he gets a strong overhead. That's going to be tick damage on the Blood Breath as well.
It is indeed, and there's the lift.
Now, bear in mind, it's going to be so risky now again because he can't really take any chip either.
Oh, there's a push block. Oh, into the forward 2. That's chip damage. No, really smart push block from Forever King.
Going in forward dash, but the trip guard into the guaranteed punch float. And that is going to be game 1.
No, Tekken Master looking really strong, very comfortable. I think that's a big thing, but do we see him stick with Batman or go back to Black Adam?
We might see a Black Adam here. Because Batman, I think Batman can definitely compete with Atrocitus, but this is going to be a matchup Tekken Master is just so much more familiar with. Because bear in mind, during the Injustice 2 beta days, he pretty much only ever used Atrocitus, and Batman was pretty much the most popular character in the beta.
But at the same time, Forever King, he has got a very good Black Adam. But Batman is definitely his best character, right? He's put the most amount of time in Batman, he's played him the most, it's definitely the character he's most known for. So he's going to have that sort of just pure familiarity.
Actually quite smart there, Tekken Master. Instead of going in for a whiff punish to get a block string, use the negative frames of that whiff to guarantee his trade.
Oh, there we go. Misses the combo, that's unfortunate. Against the shield, big pressure coming in. There's a plus frames again. Forever King trying to do something out of it, and that's going to be a full corner combo.
Going in for the lift. Again, down 1. The blood tick damage goes down. Again, that backward to a really nice option, but a punish. The bats come out really fast. I believe 3 frames on point blank.
Oh, good air tech though as well, because this is Batman. You can do massive damage, but also end in that restand with the grapple hook if you want. Catches the back dash, isn't close enough to confirm, so he just moves in with the forward dash.
Every single time Tekken Master has gone for this, he's guaranteeing it. That's going to be 3 ticks.
Oh my lord, look at that damage over time. It is just draining away.
That's going to be the benefit of getting 3 of those. I believe you can get even 4 as well.
Oh, lordy lord. That was a lot of damage.
Good block in the back 2-3. Is he going to go for it? No, keeps it safer.
Oh, there's the BMF forward 3. Tries to whiff punish, isn't quite there.
There we go, he's going to guarantee that deck star once again. And a lift again at this point. He's got so much of the trait left to work with. And there we go, the BMF forward 3. Knowing that he was going to go for a deck star projectile and plowing through it.
Oh, that raw low puddle though, that is going to do big damage here. There's the back 3. Forever King, there goes in for the clash. This should be a little bit of guaranteed life. I don't think Tekken Master's got any bar. No, he does not. So that's going to be a guaranteed 15% back. Yeah, it's going to be much harder to really enforce anything without that trait, especially when Batman has his character power stocked and ready to go. So, Forever King, a little bit starved on meter at the moment. His trait isn't fully regened yet either. At the same time, has used his clash, but still has plenty of life left to work with. But there's the conversion from Tekken Master.
I think at this point, Bloodlift, absolutely one of the best trading tools in the game, because you can still get a combo regardless.
Uh-oh, speaking of getting a combo, this is going to be big damage.
Oh, wow,
there's
straight
the
into lift, not even a mix-up.
Oh, Dexter just disappeared. Oh, but that punch float. There's the bar to extend it to. What's the Yoki?
Bear in mind, meter burn, punch float still does tick damage. That's guaranteed!
Not quite. No, he gets the bats out just to get in the way. Oh, there's the delay. Using the environment to get through the down one, but Tekken Master with a little bit extra patience. Now do we see the change to Black Adam, or is he going to stick to his guns? What could be his final match?
I think one of the most underrated best tools for Atrocitus is the fact that Blood Breath does so much tick damage, and it will stack if you can land it multiple times. So we see meter burn punch float ending in breath. We see combos ending in breath, and you see the chip on top of it. But we are going to see a swap to Black Adam from Forever King. Now he has to win 3 in a row now. He is going to go home if he loses this game. So he's going to have to make something brilliant happen with these next 3 matches. There's that Dexter. Once again, that orb just being the absolute, you're not going to punish me, my cat friend is out. Save me. There we go, there's a reach down once again, but just enforcing so much chip damage. Forever King looking really uncomfortable at the moment. That's going to be another full combo. 1 Blood Breath, 2. The tick again into guaranteed plus frames.
So even without Dexter, you can still get 2 of those Blood Breaths. Oh, big capitalizing from Forever King though, but still massively down on life. Oh, wow! How about that? Just goes straight underneath. There's the cat, disrespecting the plus frames. But unfortunately, even on hit,
still connects if you're ready for it, and a very quick match point for Tekken Master on the verge of a 3-0 against Forever King.
And this is the first time Forever King was actually able to bring out as well. So we saw the Batman, hasn't worked out for him, going to Black Adam, and massively down on life here again. But we've already seen the massive amount of damage he can deal with his character. There's a plus frames, Tekken Master respecting it.
It's very tricky to say that you are sitting on a life lead against a character that does as much damage as Black Adam does.
There's only so much it can mean, and just like that, we see him steal away that life bar. And again, even though he's massively down on health, Forever King's able to even this one out. Meter burn, dive kick.
Trying to stagger the forward 1-2, but again gets tagged, but no full combo. Yeah, there's the push block. Doesn't want to take those plus frames at all. He's got.
Oh, lands straight on the blood lift. I don't think Tekken Master was quite ready for him to get hit by that. So the cat shot did actually knock him out of a follow-up.
Nice grab. Really knowing that Tekken Master's sitting there and blocking after that trade. Good call.
Good grab, but look at the sheer amount of meter that Tekken Master's got. Yeah, no doubt going to spend the bar on this. Is he going to try and get the cat out? Or is he just going to go straight in from the pressure? There's the forward 2. Hits the mix-up.
I was actually very brave going for it without trait, but I mean, bear in mind, if it's a decent 50-50, you don't need trait to enforce it. It's
Also,
just a lot more unsafe.
If you've got a lot of bar and access to your clash, you can definitely make yourself less punishable for a mistake. He does have Dex. Oh, wasted the interaction.
You got to look at how much. He's actually got a nice amount of trait left to get a couple more shots.
Oh, tries to punish the dive kick, but isn't able to. Uh-oh. There's the low lift. Jumps in. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? He doesn't have access to the air tech.
Here comes the meter burn to guarantee the chip damage, and right now it's looking really rough for Forever King on the verge of going home.
Oh, and the chip damage is going to be enough to send Forever King out of the tournament. 3 games straight from Tekken Master.
Oh, that looked rough. I mean, it was just how well Tekken Master was utilizing the tick damage on that Blood Breath. I mean, it does so much damage, but if you're able to stack it, and then you've got trait, and then you can enforce block pressure, it's fantastic.
I mean, Atrocitus is just one of those characters that just has so much scary stuff. So much scary stuff to worry about. You've got massive pressure, great trait, big damage, good normals. But once again, I do believe we're going to a very quick break before we get ready with this last set, well, last couple of sets, for the top 8 of Combo Breaker 2017.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are live once again with Injustice 2 at Combo Breaker 2017, and we have a losers finals to play. We do indeed. It's going to be NASA Tekken Master versus Slayer. Tekken Master has been on a bit of a tear this weekend. Did take home first at Mortal Kombat X yesterday, and again, minimum third place today as he is in losers finals. But to get his rematch with SonicFox, he's got to take out Slayer, who's been looking really strong today, and in general is a very good Injustice player. Now, the Black Adam versus Atrocitus matchup is one that Tekken Master had to fight against SonicFox in the winners bracket. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out so well. So Black Adam, once again, a good pick for Slayer. But he doesn't really look that unfamiliar. He does look comfortable in the match, but at the same time, Black Adam just hits so hard. But if there's one character to go toe-to-toe to Black Adam with damage, it's someone like Atrocitus. There we go again, using that trait. It's going to be down for quite a while, but doesn't quite get the Dexstar shot actually to make it safer, but Meter Burn's going to do it anyway. But just look at the damage of Black Adam. Really good round. That was 600 damage for that, and that has more than cemented this huge life lead. Oh, armor breaks through the environment too. Slayer just like completely in the driver's seat. Going in for the dive kick. Meter Burn as well to be much safer. Clean jump in. This is not looking particularly good for Tekken Master right now. Oh, well, there's the anti-air. Wonderful conversion as well. But it makes you wonder, does Tekken Master even have the life lead left to bring this back versus Slayer, considering how versatile the orbs can be? Well, Tekken Master can keep this sequence meterless. Bear in mind, the Dexstar trait is going to get rid of those orbs, but a very, very well-placed delayed wake-up to make it whiff. And this first game is pretty much a wrap, unless this might be enough damage to get the life bar, but I mean, he has 20 points of health left. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. There's damage over time. Catches him trying to wake-up attack. Once again, this could be a massive comeback if Tekken Master can stop him from activating trait. Oh, doesn't quite connect, and yeah, there really wasn't much Tekken Master. I mean, that's one of the greatest strengths of Black Adam, is just popping that trait when you know that they haven't got the health to take it, and then you just go in. You let them finish it, you know, let it finish the job for you. Indeed, and we see the run back again, Atrocitus versus Black Adam. I think Tekken Master just wants to take a little bit of time. Hovered over Grodd and then changed and shook his head. Does he even have a Grodd? Did we almost see Grodd there? He might do, but I mean, picking Grodd into Black Adam, is that something you think we could see? I don't think so. I think Atrocitus is a better pick, personally. However, Tekken Master again, I mean, it's a lot of damage really quickly, right? And that seems to be the classic. Not challenge, it's going to be a free trait. Here we go, Tekken Master looking to answer back. Wow, now that's actually a big thing. It doesn't look like the shield from Dexstar actually absorbs that low lightning. I think that's why Black Adam is such a good pick here, because normally the shield is what deals with projectiles, but the lightning, I guess it's not as projectile-y as the rest. Oh, hits him there, catches him with a raw 4-2. Damage is starting to add up. The breaths are going to do so much tick damage. A little bit of a delay into back two, maybe trying to catch it down one. Really not, almost like a read on the forward one. The down one making it whiff completely. Oh, gets the activation on the trait. So the cat is in play. This could be some really dangerous sequence here. Chip damage, there's the shield. Meter Burn back three. Really good choice from Slayer. Misses the combo though, and still back to the corner because of it. Plus frames. Challenge. I mean, it kind of made sense that he had to challenge the plus frames on that Meter Burn punch float. Didn't really have a lot of health to take anything else. Indeed, jumps straight at him there. I think a little bit of a prediction on maybe one of the specials, but it's going to do a lot of damage here. Straight in with the wager. But Tekken Master's got way more bar though. This could be a bit of a mistake. I wonder if that was mainly used as a oh, ouch. Okay. Don't think Slayer was expecting him to bet all three there. Massive amount of damage dealt. Nice amount of chip there though. Slayer definitely still in this with the amount of damage that Black Adam has, but Tekken Master is going to have access to his cat very soon. Oh, ouch. Oh, the active on that breath. Very dangerous. There's the air tech. Now that's the thing. Slayer's going to have to be so careful with stuff like that, because he doesn't have Clash anymore, but the air tech is there to save you still if you need to. Looking much better now though, does get the breath, he's going to tick down, guesses wrong on that mix-up. And Tekken Master tied things up 1-1. He is indeed one apiece now. You can see a rematch or a character change. I mean, Slayer does have access to a number of characters, but Black Adam is the one who's been running in the top 8. Goes to the rematch, so we are just going to see the straight-up run back. Out of all three of Slayer's characters in Superman, Aquaman, and Black Adam, though, I really feel like Black Adam is probably a character that's more likely to get the job done in this matchup. Well, it definitely seems to be effective. Oh wow, caught punish going in for trait. So much damage, and bear in mind actually, he still has access to trade, so not a bad trade if you think about it. Nice meatless combo there. Only did 200 damage, but definitely a nice chunk. Slayer though still with a commanding life lead. And now the cat has disappeared, so he actually is going to have a little bit of full reign of this full screen. Oh wow! Unless you get opened up by a raw lift. No, the drop from Tekken Master. That's unfortunate. Could have been a massive amount of damage, and bear in mind, you only get Clash in round number 2, or your second life bar, so that would have been a huge chunk. I think Tekken Master's happy to take those regular lightnings for trait, just not the Meter Burn version. Or anything like that, or maybe tried to confirm into special there. I don't think Slayer was quite there. Oh, wow, dropping the blood as well. A lot of drops coming from Tekken Master, leaving so much damage on the table. He's going to have to make this punish count. As Lee gets the lift. Oh, no, missed the follow-up. That is going to be enough. Even if he blocked that, he did still have the damage over time ticking down. Would have been enough anyway, I think. Now, the Tekken Master cannot let him out of this corner. Oh, wow, the speed. Bear in mind, back forward, like one punch flow. It starts up faster than most specials, so using it to answer there, a really good choice. More damage, the tick damage, down one into a breath. Here comes extra damage on top of that. Guesses wrong, and that's probably unclashable. Very good use. He knew he was going to go for unclashable damage. Indeed, we go for the clash here, though. This is something he really needed. There we go, 1 bar coming out. A bit of life back, going into the guaranteed trait. Now things just got a little bit complicated for Slayer. But that's a really good situation, though. Gets his own clash out, guaranteed some health there. And the most important thing, this is going to get rid of his trait, so the cat will disappear. Good choice to spend 1. He now has access to Meter Burn Lightning. You know, if he catches him going for trait, a huge chunk of damage. Oh, hits him with the very later active frames. Wake up backdash, gets chasing down. Don't think Tekken Master was expecting it, but it's going to keep chipping him away here. Massive amounts of damage coming through on block. Here comes the grab. That's no doubt going to be towards the corner. Now Slayer has got access to the massive damage output in 2 bars. Oh, push blocks the orbs. Really smart decision. He's going to take that trade all day. The anti-air, but no follow-up. Oh, the Rollo lift. That's going to do it. That's going to do enough damage there to take it 2-1 Tekken Master. That was really good. Now, in most situations, getting your character power out as Atrocitus at the expense of eating a Meter Burn Lightning isn't the greatest because it hurts. In that situation, Slayer had such little life left, and all he needed was 1 Deck Star shot. It was a great situation. Back to character select once again. Yeah, I think it's just taking some time. That is something we're seeing a lot. I mean, it didn't look like the stage itself was too familiar there, or was too impactful, I think I should say. But again, just taking this time. Both these players really do that a lot, I think. Particularly these guys. Okay, so we have gone for a stage change. It's going to give them that little bit of time to think, but Tekken Master sort of actually recovering quite well. Wow. Oh, wow. Full screen punch flow into the cat, too. I think he just knew the distance. But there's that Meter Burn back 3. We don't see Slayer going for it too often, but when he does, it works. It did force the only bar that Slayer had at the time out, though. There's the Meter Burn going for the damage over time. Good situation as well. Part of me thinks, though, we might see Tekken Master go for that extension on the punch flow in the same way we see Bane players do it, just to use up time to let Dexstar come back. It's a very valid thing to do with Atrocitus because the trait is key. And if you can get it back as fast as possible, that was a really strange animation situation, unfortunately. It was just a magic moment. Yeah, indeed. But oh no, there's the lift. And he does have Dex out, so that's going to be massive damage extension. Even restanding at the very least. Bear in mind, that was tick damage on top of a guaranteed restand into more pressure. Match point for Tekken Master. He's looking really strong. He really wants that run back from SonicFox in Grand Finals, but he has to take out Slayer to do it. But he has the corner pressure. Black Adam nowhere to go. There's the block on the lightning, but again, 2 bars left. Slayer actually whipping the close dive kick just to build that second bar. Very smart. Or pops the shield, he just runs straight in. There's the lightning cage to go under the projectile. That's the trade. That's exactly what Tekken Master needs. Okay, so Slayer, I think if he's going to win, he needs to stay here. He cannot let Tekken Master get that space. Tekken Master has a ton of bar. His trait is almost back and he still has clash. He has to be so careful how he approaches this. There's down 1. The dive kick, is that going to hit again? Oh, but the dive kick does manage to make it whiff. This is an opening, but no! That's going to be forward 3 into another forward 3. Tekken Master will have his run back against SonicFox. He really wants a Tekken Master looking really, really strong this tournament. But again, props to Slayer for getting losers finals. Top 3 in a tournament like this. But again, Tekken Master, he's looking for that run back. He's looking for it. That's exactly what he's going to get. A little bit of a mini call out to SonicFox right there, pointing right at him, saying, "You are next." Well, we're going to find out who it is going to be losing this, though, because this is going to be top 2. Top 2 in Grand Finals. So that actually does mean that for both MKX and Injustice 2, Tekken Master has been in Grand Finals for both games this weekend. What a performance! It does, but look at that replay, that final game. Tekken Master just wanted that last hit. That's what he needed, and that is what he got. Really well played. I think quite a morale boost, I think, for him as well. That, bear in mind, he lost very convincingly to SonicFox, Black Adam, in the winner's bracket, proving that he can actually conquer at least the character. Going into SonicFox, he's going to have that sort of muscle memory in that one matchup if SonicFox chooses to go Black Adam again in Grand Finals, which he might not do. But that is what we're going to see. But for now, we are going to throw you guys over to main stage for a special announcement with Rick.
Hey guys, we having a good time tonight? This is the first Injustice 2 Major, and that's the best noise we can get. There's 1,000 of you. Come on! There we go. All right, every year at Combo Breaker, hopefully everyone here knows one of the things we care a lot about is community and the health of this community. So coming to the stage, I have a special announcement from KIT's Vandy and Panda about this community.
Thank you, Rick, and thank you, NRS, for this great game. We're here to announce the date of the next Kumite in Tennessee. It'll be January 5th through 7th, 2018. Same venue as this year, even more space, and one special thing that we're going to do for Injustice, since it's a new game, new trophy. So if you go to the KIT Twitter page, we're having a vote. It's down to 2 characters, Darkseid or Brainiac. Let's poll the audience. Let's hear it for Darkseid. Brainiac. All right, we'll see. Go vote. At this time, I'd like to call up Ed Boone to the stage for a special announcement.
Thanks, you guys. We really don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I did want to take, I don't know if anybody's even done this yet, I just want to congratulate Rick Thayer on, everybody give him a hand on such an amazing, amazing tournament. They get better every year. These Chicago tournaments are special to us. Mortal Kombat and Injustice are all made in Chicago, so we love it when you guys come out and have the game there. And because you guys are so special, we want to give you one of the first looks at Red Hood for Injustice 2. Enjoy.
Dick trusted me, but you never will.
Someone's desperate for approval.
I've got more than enough father figures.
Well. How about that? That was pretty crazy. I mean,
so
that's about as hyper as we were hoping it would be, I think. That's about right. It was a lot of gunshots, which is like what we were expecting. Lots of guns, lots of grenades, lots of martial arts and whatnot. The shot bullets, though, that's probably a straight, right? That's probably a straight. Look like it. We'll talk about this later. However, thank you very much for that, guys. The audience went quite wild for that, you could say, but we have a grand finals to finish. You do indeed. We're just about to go to grand finals. This will be the last set of Combo Breaker 2017, the first Injustice Pro Series premiere event. And it's going to be none other than Echo Fox, SonicFox versus NASA Tekken Master in a 3 out of 5 double limb setting. So, Tekken Master, coming from loser's bracket, is going to need to beat SonicFox twice in a 3 out of 5. I think given the history these guys already have with each other, Tekken Master versus SonicFox in grand finals of the first premiere Injustice 2 major tournament is a story that will probably repeat itself over and over again. They're both clearly fantastic players. Top 2 of this tournament, which was a big and majorly stacked tournament, but there's plenty left to go. There is indeed, and let's not forget, this is the first Injustice Pro Series event. There are plenty more to come, and this could be a sign of things to expect later in the year, unless people can obviously step up and challenge it. But these guys really just looking that cut above right now. So the fact that it's Grand Finals means that Tekken Master is coming from the loser side. He's got to win 2 sets, 3 out of 5. SonicFox being on the winner's bracket only has to win 1. The major thing here is that SonicFox is the player that sent Tekken Master to losers in the first place. Now that's quite a morale killer. When your opponent that beat you, you've met in Grand Finals. They've beat you once already, but now you have to beat them twice just to win the tournament over them. But they're set earlier on in top 8. It wasn't one-sided. I believe it was 3-1. I could be wrong. But regardless, Tekken Master was able to fight back. You know, he looked comfortable in the matchup. I expect we'll see SonicFox go back to Black Adam, and this will be another Black Adam versus Atrocitus match. But Tekken Master's Atrocitus has just been looking super clean. Now he's got those, damage over time, stacking, tech down, especially in the corner. His management on trait has been great, but at the same time, Black Adam just hits like an absolute train. The main thing I think to take away from the losers finals against Slayer, which was the same matchup, Black Adam versus Atrocitus, the main thing he's going to take away is that he's just fought that character and he's just beat that character. Exactly. So he's going to have that muscle memory, that comfort. He's going to fight knowing he has what it takes to beat the character, but does he have what it takes to beat SonicFox using Black Adam? Maybe, but at the very least, he's just got familiar, right? He played it a game versus Forever King, he just fought Slayer's Black Adam, and if we see the same thing here, he's just spent a top 8 of games playing against Black Adam. So if he's going to be confident enough to take him out, it's going to be now. I think when it comes to potential other characters, it's more likely we may see him, depending on whether SonicFox loses or not, we're more likely, I think, to see SonicFox change character than Tekken Master, because he's pretty much used all Atrocitus. I would agree. Whereas we know SonicFox plays a whole bunch of different characters, just Black Adam for this one matchup. Well, the thing is, even if we do see a character change from Tekken Master, his other character that I would say is probably his best other character is Deadshot. Now, SonicFox has said before this on Twitter, I want people to mirror me in Deadshot. I want people to pick Deadshot versus me so I can beat them in the mirror. He's a little bit confident then. So if he does go to it, even if he swaps character, as SonicFox does, I assume we'll see him swap. Because even before, SonicFox against Slayer had 2 really good games against Slayer's Deadshot, and then he lost once, and he went straight to Black Adam. So SonicFox is willing to change if he thinks it will help him out, and Tekken Master might be in less of a good situation to do so, as he's got less games to work with. The main thing about Injustice 2 right now, though, is the character team. SonicFox, unlike certain other games, is not sticking with one character. He started this in MKX and played multiple. Tekken Master also plays multiple characters. But here, looks like we are likely to have a straight-up run-back in a Black Adam and Atrocitus, but we could definitely, throughout the course of this set, depending on how long it goes, could see changes. We might do, but no. Hang on, hidden his cursor. Now, they actually both hidden cursor in Mortal Kombat X as well, so they're doing it once again. Who are they going to pick? Who knows? Right, so I don't think this is going to be the button check. Are they going straight in? I guess if they've hidden cursor, they probably won't button check this. I'm inclined to think so. Yeah, button check. Considering they started the match with Tekken Master not even having 2 hands on the pad, I think that's a safe bet. Why would they hidden select? They're going to pick the same characters. What's the point? I know. It's the bait, right? It's that next level mind game. Also, neutral crouching the grab right there, or almost being out of range. Doing a lot of good stuff with their button checks, doing the important things, getting those out of the way first, making sure the down input works. That's the important one, and it most certainly does. SonicFox, the fastest bags in the West. Right, so this is going to be it. Looks like they're going to hit with the restart match. Okay, so let's go. This is going to be Grand Finals of Combo Breaker 2017. On losers, we have NASA Tekken Master. And on winners, Echo Fox, SonicFox. At first, it's going to be really strong. SonicFox being really patient at the start. Tekken Master doesn't get the first hit, though. Already goes straight for the trait and spends that first bar for a disgusting amount of 570 damage. That was a very good way to start this game. So much damage already and caught by the back 2, but Tekken Master does manage to fend off with a bit of Dexter. Oh, there's the low already. There's the puddle. Now, thing is, this life lead is massive, but this is Atrocitus. He can close that gap. Spends the bar on the knockdown. What's the Oki? On top of getting that tick damage, he's going to use up that time. But again, a delayed wake up, but a very early commitment to an unsafe 50-50 without Dexter. Well, I think if you're going to commit to something that dangerous, you may as well do it when you've got more life to lose. Because if he did it on the second bar, then he's put in a really dangerous situation, more to panic about. But he has killed some time here, so he has got trait back. All goes to the dive kick. Isn't able to capitalize. Tries to get the punish actually, but again, dive kick. One thing Black Adam does really well in this matchup is the ability to be so mobile and completely dodge Dexter's projectiles. Again, goes in for that meter burn just to get that enhanced knockdown. Raw rake up with the lightning hands. All tries to whiff punish. Don't think he was confident it was going to connect. Going straight in, that's going to be plus on block. But the backdash, the knowledge from SonicFox, but a bit of a drop. Doesn't seem to matter too much though, because he cleans up anyway.
All low lightning, big chip damage coming out. The lower life you have, the more dangerous chip damage becomes, but Tekken Master is able to take the first life bar down at least. Oh wow, punishes quite in time. But that, again, that's a really important element here, is that normally the shield absorbs projectiles, but it doesn't absorb the lightning. No life left whatsoever. No, he misses it. Maximum delay, wake up, there's the breath. He's just, oh, there's the orbs, that's it. Against Black Adam, what can you do when you're that low on health? You just have to thread the needle and hit him before the orbs connect. SonicFox is doing such a good job of actually delayed wake up on every knockdown, but I believe it may not even be a maximum version. It's just a delayed wake up long enough to make the forward 2-2-3 whip, you know, so he doesn't have to actually take a mix up. By the time he's standing up, it's always the 3. Get the interaction out of the way, a little bit of extra damage though. There we go, that's going to be a reset down once again. Not going for the meter burn, saving the bar. There's the good block, SonicFox jumps clean out, there's the push block. Ooh! I quite like that push block though. He push blocked before he went for the orbs. But there's the whip punish. He's going to get hit by the orbs anyway. SonicFox's decision making in this matchup so far has been absolutely insane. There's the jump back. Lightning hands again. Misses. Albeit a burn dive kick. There's the pressure. Patience from Tekken Master. Gets the down 1 out, but doesn't really get much more for it. There's that forward 1-2. That new string for Black Adam. Such a key part of his gameplay in Injustice 2. But the down 1 will combo. That was a really good read though. Really good read on that advancing high from Black Adam. Just getting that down 1 underneath it for a full punish. Normally, actually, earlier on, we did actually see the punch float completely cause the regular lightning to whiff, but Meter Burn version does catch it. Oh, there's a full screen anti-air. Spends the bar, but just to get enough time to guarantee his trait. Oh, almost hit with the orb there. I think SonicFox actually just trying to sit full screen and wait it out, but unfortunately getting tagged anyway. Take damage once again, going straight in, but the dive kick to whiff. Yeah, he goes straight over the shield. Oh, punish with the low lightning. Yeah, that's a clean punish. Got to be very careful about doing it at that range, but caught. Chases down the backdash. Again, no air tech, opting to save it. Maybe trying to make a comeback with the bar instead. Yeah, saving his clash too. Tekken Master spends the bar. This is some Oki again. But what's he going to do? SonicFox has been sort of mixing up his delayed wake up here. Oh, the punish. Oh no, he drops it. That could be disastrous. Oh, the low orb connects. I wonder why Tekken Master isn't using his way to the wake up puddle. He has no choice, but SonicFox goes for the unclashable. Unfortunately, trying to clash way too late. And at that point, SonicFox was already ready for the outcome. But that's what it tends to come down to though, when you've got that situation where you just need that one hit to clash, but you have split seconds to decide, am I going to clash this? Am I going to wait for some more meter to build? What do I think he's going to do? You have almost no time to make that adjustment. And in that situation, it took a little bit too long. Now, we saw him think about this earlier for a brief moment. Are we going to see Gorilla Grodd? I don't know. He's contemplating it. He's hovering over. We're going to see him go back. I don't know. Yeah, there's the Atrocitus. Crowd giving a little bit of boozling. Everyone wanted to see a bit of Grodd, but bear in mind, there is so much money on the line. There's no time for having fun right here. Oh, of course, this could be. There's the good stage. Gotham Theatre. Oh, nice. Good chase, actually. That's going to be guaranteed. But this has been a very fast 2 games. SonicFox already 1 match away from winning Combo Breaker for Injustice 2. There's the restand, getting it mid-screen. That's going to tick down on top of the combo already, going for another blood. Oh, catches him jumping out. There's the read from Tekken Master. Punch flow is going to keep him there. But that is a consistent option. That delayed wake-up looks very, very useful at not having to deal with the mix up close. By the time SonicFox is standing up, there is no possibility for the bloodlift. It has to be the overhead. That life bar was incredibly one-sided though. If Tekken Master can keep him here, he might be able to steal this one back. Oh, there's a jump back on prediction. Just enough to get the cat out. There's the lift. Yeah, gets the shield. Just wants to move in. Oh, there's the anti-air as well. But again, I don't think Tekken Master was quite ready for it to connect. And there's a big punish, and this is Black Adam, so this is going to hurt. Does whiff the dive kick, but at this point, actually, hang on. The whiff dive kick's going to be a major mistake. He's going to get the tick damage off the blood vomit. Oh, raw wake up again to challenge the forward 2. Backdash to get out of there. There's the mix-up, and a good block from SonicFox. He's going to steal the life bar away, bringing himself to tournament point. Those 50-50s on the forward 2 has been working so well in top 8 for this whole point, but the grand final sweep, SonicFox is blocking them every single time. Oh, good interactable there, used by Tekken Master. Gets himself the cat out guaranteed. There's the block on it. Again, that low lightning, really good punish, and the shield will not save him. At this point, it's just wasting deck star time. Now, here we go. Does Tekken Master save bar, or does he spend it deliberately to hurt SonicFox and leave him without much life? He spends all four of them. All 4 of them gone down now. This is chip damage, goes straight into the lift. Oh, wait a minute. That pause. I thought they'd both just decide to stop at the same time, but apparently not. At first glance, that looked like he tried to trait, but he went for the down back 3. The life drain, knowing he was going to go in, and he took the guaranteed damage. So Tekken Master
does get a game on the board. Showing signs of life, though. That was a really strong game from Tekken Master. If he can keep that up, he might be able to reset this bracket, but this is SonicFox. He can adapt. Oh, there's a down one. A very important first hit. Taking that bar away from Black Adam, denying the lightning cage, so crucial. He's not going to get as much damage off this, but it is going to be a fair chunk regardless. Oh, that's going to hurt. 400 damage just like that, giving SonicFox a nice lead. There's some corner pressure. It's looking really bad for him. Oh, tries to wake up the punch flow, but already swaps the corner position. Yeah, sent full screen, and a very, very controlling tournament point for SonicFox again. Pretty much Tekken Master, he's got to do double the work here. Walk straight at him again. There's that wake up. Catches him with the lift though. Let's squeeze some damage. Wonderful air tech. SonicFox, no reason to hold on to that bar when you've got that much of a life lead. But it's going to get hit again anyway. There's another lift. Still hasn't got the trait. Ooh, trying to commit as well. But again, SonicFox blocking that forward 2-2 almost every single time. Oh, chase down. There's the meat button dive kick, but isn't ready to confirm. Block on the orb. There's the punch float. Oh, backdash is the last hit of it. There's the guaranteed trait. Here comes Tekken Master, guarantees, but again, no meter burn. Probably tried to go for it, but missed it up. There's the lift. Oh, again, that shield isn't going to save him from the damage. That low lightning putting in so much work. Tekken Master is so down on life, but the down one's going to do it. There's going to be no air tech and a transition. It's going to be a round up. However, the mid-screen is where we're going to return to, and the mid-screen is where SonicFox is dominating. It is indeed, but I mean, look at this. This is like a half-life comeback from Tekken Master. It's about same on life, but they both have a clash. Oh, wow, there's the straight away in the high. Loads of chip damage coming out. A raw lift is going to open up. SonicFox was not ready for it. He's going to use up a lot more. These combos take a long time, so it's going to give him that trait back. Gets hit by the overhead, but uses the push block trying to establish some distance. Oh, catches him with the low lightning on the down one attempt. SonicFox so close to winning this. He cannot take a single more hit. It's looking really bad. Disrespects the frames and the clash. That's going to get rid of trait. But once again, Tekken Master can hurt him here. Does he hold on to bar? Does he take some guaranteed damage? Spending one. He's going to hurt him a little bit, but save the bar if he gets a lift. But the trait. Oh, no! Oh, and the low lightning is going to do it! Echo Fox, SonicFox is your Combo Breaker 2017 champion for Injustice 2. What a performance from both players. Tekken Master fought for it, but SonicFox is going to be the first champion, and to a lot of people's no surprise. I mean, this kid is so talented. He's been dominating Injustice already and taking his first premiere event. I mean, he put in the work. You cannot say this young man does not work hard. Also, achieving an Injustice 2 that he couldn't do in MKX. He wins the first combo breaker for Injustice. Really strong stuff. Props to Tekken Master as well. Just to start off though, really looking good today. Second place is nothing to be ashamed of. Just huge props to these guys. Putting in hard work and already paying off. Tekken Master took his fair amount of top players to get into that grand finals, but like many of these tournaments, SonicFox just proving too dominant when it finally counted. But at the same time, definitely not looking untouchable. May have done it through winner's side, but did drop some games on the way. People were able to do some damage, but ultimately SonicFox is just that little bit ahead of the curve once again. Now, we actually have a little bit of a compilation to show you guys. The hype player of the day is actually going to be Tekken Master. This guy brought us some amazing moments. In Grand Finals gave us a really good performance, but that Atrocitus really, I mean, the only Atrocitus in top 8, and using pretty much the whole move set, you know, really utilizing the tools beyond the basic level, using the tick damage, using plus frames all over the place, taking conversions where he can get them. And no doubt we'll see this guy throughout future tournaments doing well again. No, of course, and well deserved. Tekken Master really puts in the hard work. You know, we've seen him, he's done work at EVO, he's done work at the Mortal Kombat Cup, the Mortal Kombat XL Cup, and let's not forget, you know, he did start to travel to America for the last sort of, you know, later end of MKX tournaments, and he always did well. He was always placing really highly, but starting off his Injustice career with a second place, losing only to SonicFox, double eliminated by SonicFox. This guy has a very, very bright year ahead of him if he can keep up this momentum. I think both players definitely do. I mean, I think SonicFox winning this first major event is definitely proving that, okay, the dominance may continue, but given the performance that Tekken Master had, I mean, Tekken Master is one of many players that no doubt will train and bring it next time. Oh, absolutely. But that is it for the gameplay for Injustice 2, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Shoutouts to all of you watching at home. Shoutouts to all of you in the crowd watching in person. And of course, shoutouts to the organisers here for putting on this amazing event. And NetherRealm for here supporting the game, showing they enjoy it. But we're not done completely, as we're going to throw you guys over to the stage for the Injustice 2 awards ceremony.
In 7th place of Injustice, Biohazard.
Guido's apparently not the best at reading. We're going to try this again. Or not. Give me the Let's try this again. In 7th place, KDZ. Also in 7th place, Hayate. In 5th place, at his correct place, Biohazard. Also in 5th place, Dragon. In 4th place, Forever King. In 3rd place, Slayer. In 2nd place, Tekken Master. And in 1st place, your very first Injustice 2 Pro Series champion, SonicFox. Sonic would like to say something. If it's rude, it's his fault.
This is a blow-up real quick. Yo, CD Jr., wherever you're at, remember 4 months ago when I said I was winning Combo Breaker free?
Man, you got a really problematic definition of free. That wasn't a 3-0. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you had a good time. Bear, where are you at?